everybody doesn't deserve to be paid. Firstly, I could tell people that straight up. Like so many people in Boston, or you don't deserve to be paid yet. At the end of the day, if somebody pays you, that's a privilege. Just because you make art doesn't mean you deserve to get paid for it.
Thank you.
And like, there's a lot more to it too. It's about what communities you're pushing your music into, and knowing that somebody that's probably in your community that can't afford you. It's about understanding money, understanding financials, and understanding who could pay you what and how they can pay you, and just be grateful every time somebody cuts you a check.
Hey, before we start, because this is part of the clip I'll use, I think there's a lot that everybody can learn from this, because Latrell was extremely both introspective and transparent about how he's been able to totally be entrepreneurial as a musician in Boston.
Yes, sir. You should definitely watch this. It's mad important. I'm talking, so you should definitely watch it. But nah, this is Latrell James here, and this is my golden hour.
Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 dear nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the fire deer attacked. Only Derek, master of all 4 elements, could stop those boys. But when Boston needed him most, he vanished into the enchanted golden deer forest.
Season 4.
So the clap signifies. One sec, maybe it's my headphone. It might be the headphones a little bit.
I'm probably going to dip before you guys start.
Okay, that's fine.
I gotta get to class. Continue.
You going to class?
Nice
Told you
meeting
he's living a double life.
Oh, see you again.
Yep.
Josh, thank you, bro.
Always, bro.
So now it's just me and Latrell.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, Josh, before I start, you just want to say bye to the camera? Kid's going to be an all-time engineer. So I want to give you a proper introduction. So normally I run the show with the producer, but I kind of like running when no one else is here. But when I had started the show, I was like, yo, no, it would be really dope to get up on the show as Latrell James.
That's cool.
So thanks for coming, bro. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, bro, man. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, your manager's on the ball, bro.
Yeah, man. I got a whole team that runs. It's not just one person. It's me, Jess, Kat, and Eric. And
what's the name of the company?
It's called SDCLVE, which is Same Difference Collective. It's just about a bunch of people, you know, from different walks of life that come together for the same purpose. So
You started that?
yeah, it's kind of just like we just wanted an umbrella for stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, at some point, people start to look at, all right, I see you or these group of people together all the time, but if you don't have a name to it, then they won't address it as that. So we just put a name with it, and that's all that is.
It officializes the cause.
Exactly. It's like the stamp of approval.
So also Latrell's off some body electricity today.
A little bit. I'm tired, guys.
I don't really get how that works. Red Bull sugar free.
Yo,
because isn't the whole thing based on like it's supposed to be like a shot of crazy sugar?
Nah, because Red Bull has what do they call it? Taurine in it, and taurine is really what is the thing that stops you. It's from being like down. Is like the energy comes from the taurine. It has nothing to really do with the sugar side of it.
How long you been doing caffeine?
Not a long time, bro. Honestly,
It's godsend though, dude.
I low key drank my first coffee in like 20 years. Like in the last 2 weeks.
No bullshit.
I don't drink coffee like that, bro. It's not really my thing, but now I'm hooked on it again. So
because you like never feel sedated, right?
yeah.
You can don't get caught up in the caffeine addiction though, bro.
I'm definitely already there, bro. I'm starting to see the perks of it. I'm getting more stuff done. I'm gonna crash though.
Yeah, well, yeah. What's your tolerance looking like? Still low?
Yeah, it's low. It's low.
Bro, I'm deep in this caffeine.
You slamming how many coffees a day?
Well, bro, like this morning before you got here, like I work out like early in the morning, and I drank like a vicious pre-workout, veins popping out of my head like a psycho. Then I got here, got a quick iced coffee, double shot, and I'll probably have a couple later, honestly.
Man, you gotta take one of those out of your diet, bro.
Do you feel like the caffeine ever takes away from your creativity?
Nah.
It doesn't?
Nah. I mean, I don't think that creativity, like I always tell people, like I work really early in the morning. Like you said, you get up early and work out. Like I think that's the best time for you to like create.
What's early?
Well, for me, like I think that the best raps happen between 9 and 2 o'clock. And
2 p.m.?
Yeah, I think because your brain is fresh, bro. Like think about it. Like your whole point of going to sleep is to recharge, right? So why would you try to be productive after a full work day after 5 p.m. when you used all your creative energy, all your mental energy towards that? So why not reverse it? Use the creative energy in the morning when your brain's fresh and energized, and then go work that crappy job from whatever late shift. So,
But there's something about creative spawning in the night, though. You think that's just like placebo?
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I think the whole idea of creating music at night, it comes from a certain generation of music, right? So, like, it comes from the Atlanta club scene. It comes from club scene. So people usually make music at night because they're trying to make music that appeases people at night. Like, I think the best stuff happens at night. Like, your brain isn't, like, it's not working at peak form at night.
But isn't that like a window for creativity when you're not as focused and as alert? Or am I just thinking too far into it? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. You mean like subconscious creativity. And
you're just not as like go.
Nah, but the thing about it is like also like think about this, like bad news usually gets to you at the end of the day or somewhere middle of the day. You don't get bad news in the morning. Like something could literally alter you. You know how many times people probably woke up with the intentions of creating, and by the time 5 p.m. hit, something happened and they no longer could create. Like, that's why I say you should get up and occupy yourself during that time in the morning, like 5 a.m., get up.
So
go work
So you
out.
think humans are happiest in the morning?
Absolutely.
No way,
Absolutely.
dude.
Absolutely.
Bro, have you ever you've seen people just be totally grumpy in the morning?
Bro, but also think about, it depends on your location though too, right? So Massachusetts, I believe you're going to be happier in the morning during the fall season because it's dark at 3 p.m.
That's a fact. It's also getting mad nice out, which is dope.
Which is beautiful. Like
I saw the blossoms driving up here. It's amazing.
Dude, I got crazy allergies, man. I've been hurting for the last couple of days, but it's beautiful because like I don't like the barren trees and
it's terrible
gray skies all the time, and I hate that stuff. So
did you grow up here though?
Yeah, born and raised Boston kid.
It's weird. Everyone says they hate the winter, but everyone just endures it, bro.
I don't hate the winter at all, yo. I think it's needed. I don't think I could live somewhere where I didn't get all the seasons. Like, I think it makes me appreciate it way more, too. Like, you know, you go to L.A., the sky's always blue 24/7. And you get a drop of rain for a couple hours, and then it's blue again. Like, here, I get to see the foliage. I know what a winter feels like.
It makes you more appreciative.
Yeah, I know what a winter is. Like, when you watch Home Alone, people in L.A. don't know what that's about.
Dead ass.
That's the way I think about it. Like, y'all don't know what Macaulay Culkin was going through in Home Alone.
And Donald Trump was a star in Home Alone. How wild. Was that Home Alone 2?
Was he in Home Alone 2? I think he was.
Because Macaulay Culkin was in Trump. He was in Trump Place.
Oh, we ain't talking about Trump today, though, no politics today.
Zero.
Politics ain't important.
Do you feel like at this age you feel like you have to take a stance on things? So how old are you?
29, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm newly feeling like shit. I feel like I kind of have to take a stance on this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the most important thing is just knowing, like, I always say this, like, politics is weird because, like, it's a bunch of people. Money is tied up to people doing the good thing, right? So, like, that's the problem with it all. It's, like, people doing the good thing and money. And it's like, all right, cool. I got this money, but can I do the right thing? And, like, they don't know how to make those two intersect. So that's why we always have torn up schools. Like, the people who get in position of power don't actually use their power to flex or use, just take risk at the end of the day. It's 2019, turning 2020. We got to take more risk in any place that we are. And I hope politicians start doing that because Trump was fucking radical as fuck.
He pumped a lot of stress into the country. Is what I felt about it, bro.
But he also pulled back, like, a lot of, like, blanketed racism. He also pulled back a lot of, like,
there were some dubs. He definitely got some dubs, bro.
Yeah, he pulled back some bigotry that a lot of people didn't know that was going on in this country. So, like, I mean, like, as bad as it is that he's in office, it's good to expose, the weeds so you can get rid of him the next term.
Maybe you should run, bro.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with politics. I don't like politics in music. I don't like politics in business. I don't like politics in anything because it divides people.
But what's interesting to me when you say that, so, like, normally when I've been trying to do more preparation for when guests come up because I feel like the conversation runs a little more smoothly. And so, I mean, I feel like I could just probably listen to your music and get a better sense of your mindset. I feel like you have a lot of socioeconomic like themes though, don't you?
Man, I just like to talk about what's right and what's wrong.
Am I right in saying that though?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like, I just like to talk about what's right and what's wrong in my music. Like, it's my world, and I try to invite people into that. And the way I look at it is, like, if I could speak, like, not everything I'm going to say is right, and not everything I'm going to do is right? But, like, it's my opinion. And, like, you know, I believe I come from a family with, like, great values and morals, right? So, like, I'm just trying to instill that to somebody else. Maybe that sparks the next person. And they're like, you know what? Yo, Latrell said this. Maybe if I implement this into my life, I can do something big, too. So, like...
Well, there's something about it where it's like, yo, you're talking about all this terrible shit sometimes, but it's like there's, like, a positive undertone to it.
Absolutely. I mean, because that's the truth, right? So that's the craziest thing, right? That's what the truth is, right? Even if it hurts you, it's the truth, right? So, like, there's not... I think that's the biggest thing about it. Music is supposed to... It can either be your escape or it can be the fucking open into a portal to a world that you don't know of, right? So, like, I try to balance in between that. I'm trying to give you that escape, but also tell you, like, yo, while you escaping, yo, there's all this terrible stuff happening.
I know. That was one thing Thoughts was up here and, like, we were talking about, but... I
caught part of his interview too. I didn't even see it all yet, but yeah, he's
the clip?
mad passionate. Nah, I watched like 25 minutes of it.
How do you enjoy it?
Absolutely, I watch all your stuff, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I'm always tuned in, man. Anything from the city, I'm supporting. So
I'm trying to be. That's one thing I've had trouble with is like, as you know, like you want to grow things, but I just want to do it out of like positive intention, you know.
Absolutely.
But it's tough in a media space, bro.
I mean, yo, at the end of the day, like, I think just know that, you know, everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to love you. And everything ain't for everybody. Everything isn't for everybody. I think that's the best way to look at it. Like, your stuff's going to grow. Golden Deer's going to grow. But, like, yo, just enjoy the journey, bro. I'm telling you, because, like, whatever it grows into, just remember all the steps that it took to get there, because, like, that's the most important part.
Do you feel that way? Like, do you feel like you're self-analyzing a lot, like how your career's grown? Because you of all people, bro, it seems like in Boston, like you've seen every wave of music.
I don't know if I've seen every wave. I know I contributed to every wave of music.
For sure. And, like, that's fire.
I think that's the most important part. I think I try to hold my peers to the same standard. It's just contributing. Because, again, like, I've been reading this book. It's very important. I tell people all the time, someone else's success is just as good for you as it is for them. Especially here. So, like, I try to support as much as I can. Like, you ain't always got to be on the album rapping to support it. You ain't always got to be doing the cover artwork to support it. You ain't got to produce for it to support it. Sometimes support is just showing up without posting a flyer online saying you pulling up. Like, just pull up. Pay your ticket price. Stop trying to get a +1. Simple stuff like that. Like, I just believe in support, bro. Like,
you don't think there's enough of it?
Nah, I think it's beautiful right now. I think the support is amazing in Massachusetts. And, like, again, like, I've seen, like, again, like, I used to host an open mic here. Like, I was trying to put people in position. I was putting homies in position to get paid off of a job I picked up just because I was like, yo, I see a void. Let me see if I can get some homies on stage headlining and paid for shows.
Where's this?
We used to do it at Wonder Bar. That was before, again, like, and then I used to throw shows, too, with a few other people, me, Jess, Eric, and someone named Lindsay. We used to throw shows at the Lily Pad called The Plug. We did a whole year of shows. And
was my guy Gil there, the bald dude?
Nah.
You know he lives above the spot,
right?
I
know. I'm fully aware. He wasn't there during that time. Like, I think he was there during that time, but we was dealing with someone else. But we used to throw shows there too, where we brought out artists from different states and then paired them up with Massachusetts headliners, and we was paying money for it. Like, we was trying to show people, like, yeah, you can pay people and still make money in it. Like, I don't know.
Well, that was one thing we talked about on the way in, bro. Is like, you are one of few people in the city that can do music full time. I know, and I'm sure, like, invites a level of stress, right? It's like, yo, you're fully on your own, but it is fire.
Yeah, I mean, the freedom is beautiful. The ability to wake up and create whenever you want. Again, I'm a morning creator, and most jobs require you to get up and work. Again, your peak human is forced to work 9 to 5, and then the lesser you is forced to go work on your passions from 5 to whenever. and you might have to take a bus. So let's subtract the hour. You might have to cook dinner. Let's take 45 minutes out of that. So you might want to watch Game of Thrones. So like,
You watched last night?
nah, I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and that's a different story. But we'll get into
You'd
that.
love it, bro.
I probably would, but I don't know if I can invest my time into something like that right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like watching Bleach. Like, if you watch anime, I'm not gonna sit here and watch One Piece. Like, I'm too far behind to catch up on any of these joints.
That's
so
a
like,
fact.
I let it go, let it be what it is.
Make sure you don't expose yourself to any of the spoilers, though, bro. Because there will be a time where you're like, you know what, bro, I'm just going to, like, digest for 2 weeks and let me get invested. And you bang it out.
No, I believe it, yo, because, you know, I'm fully, like, I know people who watch it. They put me on. It's just like, yeah, I just can't commit to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
When I do, I will. But, it's the most important thing. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Nah, we ain't watching that stuff, man. What's the NBA playoffs, boy? Like, what we talking about?
Hey, the
man?
Celtics are nasty.
What? Yo, again, everybody called me crazy. Everybody know who I'm talking about, too. They said, I told them Lakers not making the playoffs. Clippers are better. Sacramento's better. Everybody laughed at me. Playoffs came around. Lakers not in the playoffs, as I said.
What's the East looking like, though?
C's going. C's going to take the Bucks in 6. We can't beat them in 7. I'll be real.
Bro.
We have to take them in
Knock
6.
on wood, bro.
Nah, I ain't knocking on wood. I got the confidence in the team.
You know for a figgity.
Yo, so we have to win in 6, bro. If it's 7, I don't know how that works.
Okay, and are they going to win? They're going to win the East?
Yeah, bro. The Philly is light work, bro. That is the lightest team on the East Coast, bro. That's the imposter roster.
I don't know, bro.
You fear Philly? Philly is
bleeding. No, I just feel I fear the Celtics' consistency, bro. Like,
man. You see Hayward playing, bro?
It's been like this, though, you know?
Nah, bro. Like, I've seen, like, literally, I watched his last, like, 3 weeks. Yo, he's been playing downhill, which is totally different than the way he's played all year. Like, he's literally, everything he took before was a jump shot.
Elaborate. Downhill.
Downhill. So, like, you see him tuck his shoulder. Like, that's Hayward from Utah. This whole Hayward, we haven't seen him drive all year.
He's been pulling up from deep, right?
But then I seen him, we watched the game yesterday. He got Miles Turner on him on a switch. He pulled the ball back out. Straight drive. Got him one time on the layup, right? Got fouled.
Dude's really inspiring you, huh?
Listen, man, yo, bro,
he's a baller, bro.
I watch ball, bro. Like that's my thing, right? So, and then you catch him again. He catch Miles Turner on the ISO again. What does he do? Hezzy, freeze, pull up, 3, splash. It was just like, all right, cool. He's starting to look like G. Hayward again. So, I don't know if a team could take us. I don't see if Milwaukee gets back Brogdon. Yeah, if not, we got them in 6.
They're exciting though, and I feel a little obligated because you know the Bucks are a deer, bro. So it's like,
I mean, Giannis.
It's a win-win.
Giannis the best player in the NBA right now. I ain't even gonna question that.
And speaking of positivity, that dude is the most positive dude of all time, bro.
Yo, he is. But yo, one thing about Giannis I really do love, yo, is like, yo, it's like, cool, yo, this is my job, this is my sport, I'ma bust your ass. And like, that's his mentality. Like, he got no friends in the off season. He work out by himself, so he knows with that mentality, I'm coming in to take people out. Like, he has no prisoners, man. No prisoners, bro.
We don't like that for the upcoming series, though, bro.
I'm cool with that, man. Al Horford got him. Al Horford, Semi Ojeleye. They gonna throw a little Robert Williamson on him. Williams on him. We'll see. I think we straight.
When you did all the music for the Celtics, we're like, yo, bro, this is fire.
Yeah, that was a cool little
That's so
opportunity.
dope, dude.
Legit, I had that beat sitting on my computer for years, bro. And
I feel like you just do like an amazing job networking, bro. Honestly.
Yo, that's the team, bro. It's not just me, man. Like, there's people always behind the scenes reaching out to people, building relationships. We all attend different functions. You know, like Eric could go hit the no label things that happen at Harvard so he can build relationships. I'll go hit a different event. Jessa hit a different event. Kat hit a different event. So we're always just bringing back in resources. So, like, that's how those opportunities happen. But that one particularly, me getting with Gratitude Sounds, just Jess researching and reached out, and then we set up a meeting with Brian that led to the Cheerios and the Celtics situation. So sometimes you just gotta reach out.
So in terms of Boston music, bro, you're probably one of the most successful.
I mean, I hope not. Sheesh.
But it's the truth, though. You know that, right?
I don't know that for real,
bro.
I would really hope not, because
I got a pretty good scope of what's going on, man.
I want people to be way more than what I am, man. I'm just Latrell James figuring it out every day.
But on like a networking tip and like a positivity tip and like a branding tip, bro. You just like fucking above and beyond most of the stuff that's going on. Shout out to you, bro.
I mean, I appreciate the compliments. I don't feel like that, bro, because I feel like I'm in the trenches every day, bro. Like,
you feel like you're still hustling?
yeah, bro, absolutely, bro. And if I ever feel like that hustle and that passion goes away, I'll probably step away from it, bro. Like, nah, I don't feel like I've done enough yet.
You do all the sonics yourself?
Nah, I mean, I produce a ton, but like again, I get people to help out. Lightfoot mixed and mastered this project I'm gonna have coming out. He mixed and mastered a project that I'm not even planning on putting out, which is crazy, right?
Whoa.
Have a whole album that I ain't putting out, but that's a different story.
What's the point of it if you're not gonna put it out?
It'll
listen in your room alone?
Nah, it's gonna find its way. I'm a Nipsey Hustle to folks, yo. I'm gonna charge an astronomical price for
That'd
this
be
project.
fire.
Nah, it's
I'll
legit.
buy it. I'll buy it for a Benji.
I got it. See, I'm gonna hold you to that too. I got it for real.
Is
I got
it
a
physical
Yeah,
copies?
it's a physical, bro.
How many did you produce?
I'll let you know about that off here.
Entrepreneurial.
Yo, yeah, we trying to do it a little different, bro. Like again, like we're so far away from the physical sales in today's era of music. Like I'm trying to change it up a little bit.
Then it might stick out, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and if they're short runs, bro. Like, listen, man, Nike does it every friggin' release. Whatever sneaker company does it every release. Everybody knows limitations mean people are gonna drool over it. So you limit something. Oh, it's exclusive. I got to get my hands on it. That's what you do.
How do you navigate that though? In
What do you
terms
mean?
of like you want your music to have access to everybody though, right? Isn't that the goal?
Yeah, so like the cool thing about it is like I've been putting out like some of these songs from this album that's never coming out are on different platforms, right? So like I know the folks over at Isotope, and like I gave them an exclusive song with all the stems to it for people to learn how to mix and master to.
That's fire.
So people literally hit me up every day on Twitter like, yo, Latrell, what's this song called? I need these songs. I'm like, yo, the song's never coming out, but I'll send you a private link to it. So like I'm building rapport with people on a more personal level, like than anything. The music could be out and accessible, but like I just put out Track Phone, right?
Loved it, man.
I just thank you, bro. I just put out Track Phone, but at the same time, I got this exclusive song on Isotope's page with 300,000 people watching it with stems. So they have my voice, my production, everything right there. And then they're sending me their mixed versions of it. Like I'm building the relationships in ways that like the average artist can't. Like I'm just trying to think of like how do I build beyond just being a rapper? And like that's what it is. And like again, giving somebody something exclusive makes them feel really special.
Have you noticed that's kind of like a blessing that you're able to actually make connections with the people listening to your music? Because I feel like there's probably a handful of artists that I know that can actually do that and be personable at the same time.
Super important, man. I think
Does that make sense what I said?
Absolutely. I think that's the most important thing. I think when I see people not engaging with people or their fans or like just finding new ways to entertain them, like it's their feeling at the end of the day. Like you're supposed to give them everything. Like you don't work this hard to get to a label. You work this hard to build your fan base because that's what sustains you at the end of the day. When they eat up everything.
It's what sustained you, right?
Yeah, bro. They eat off of that, bro. Like so, if you put out merch, they buy that. If you put out a song, they run that up for you. Like that's what you want. You don't need a label to do it for you if you got the people.
Where does like social media play into that though?
I hate social media, but
I know we were talking about this too, bro. It's just like I've been thinking, like, yo, if you are a total self-starter now, can you do it without putting out excess content? Can you navigate that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what's excess to you?
I feel like there's a pressure for people who are trying to come up to consistently put shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you don't need to consistently put stuff out. I think that's I mean, there's multiple ways of actually growing your fan base. You can keep feeding them as long as it's quality, right? Like people go back to Chipotle every day because they feel it's quality and it's good.
I'm there daily.
See? Okay, cool. So like you can feed them.
Cut that check, cousin.
Or you can be a really like high priced meal like a Ruth's Chris, right? And have something that people desire month to month. Or you can even drag it out further. People look forward to Thanksgiving dinner once a year, right? So you can be their Thanksgiving dinner, you can be their Ruth's Chris, you can be their McDonald's, or you can be their Chipotle. It's all about how you approach it and how you want to grow your fan base. Like,
but let's say like, yo, Latrell, you just trying to get that Ruth's Chris once a month. Then how do you get fed if you're only dropping once a month? You feel me?
Yeah, so like I think firstly, you should never depend on streams to eat because that's stupid. It's like 2 million streams to get you $2,000.
It's the show money, right?
Yeah, like it's not even just show money. It's merch money. It's all of those things. It's brand partnerships. It's again like teaming up with somebody like Isotope. Like again, they use your music. They license your music. Licensing your music to commercials. Licensing your music to video games.
Is it an app?
No, it's a music software. So like they do like mastering, mastering software. They have like something called Vocal Synth, which is a way to like treat your vocals like IZOTOPE. They're based in Cambridge, so like, and they're one of the most like prestigious like software companies. So like, gotta utilize what's in your backyard. I don't think a lot of artists here do that enough. So
well, I don't think they know there's access to resources like this.
Nah, they should. I mean,
I think
that just comes with you doing research on where you from. Like, if you do music, and again, everybody's, I guess, in their own house with their home studio, right? You can take what you got, or you can look for more, right? And that's the difference between somebody who really wants it. Person that really wants it is gonna seek beyond what they have already. The person is just, I'll just take what I want. I just got FL Studio. I don't need any more drums. Well, it's crazy. Go find some more drums. Oh, I got FL Studio. I don't need any more mixing. No, you need more stuff. So the way that happened was, I'm like, I need something to mix my songs better. Let me start looking around. I ran into Isotope. And then it's like, I really like their plugins. Where is this company based? You find out, wow, it's right in my backyard. They got Cakewalk here. Kai is based in Providence. Like it's just about knowing your region. I think a lot of artists just don't know their region and don't know how to approach something in those situations. Like you can't just go to a business like, hey, give me something. You got to have something to offer too.
How did you acquire the business sense though? Was it just like, cause you talk about it a lot in the music. I listen, man.
I mean, business comes. I mean, at the end, if you want to thrive, you got to learn business, right?
You need to master it.
I don't know if I've mastered it yet either. That's the craziest thing. I'm still learning
every day by day.
Yeah, because like again, everything changes every year, especially in music. Like I mean, it might even be 6 months. Like Spotify, you went from sending your stuff to playlisters to now Spotify allowing you to submit directly through their platform. Right, so like that changes the whole aspect of how things work now, right? So you got to learn and adjust. Like we went from just posting show flyers to now we got video show flyers. We went from just posting a picture to now you got to have a GIF with your artwork. Now, like everything has to be in one culmination, one big package. So like everything's always changing. You always got to adapt. That's why I don't feel like I've mastered anything yet.
But when you were starting, was it like, if I'm actually gonna do this out of Boston, should I maybe start to understand like leverage in certain situations, what I can offer, what other people can offer me? Or was it like, okay, I'm just going to pick it up as I go?
For me, when I started in Boston, the first thing I did, now I tell every artist to do this, is just to watch, learn, soak up as much game as you can and study, right? Because like you gotta know who's doing what in order for you to find out how you can do it too, right? So like my first time in Boston, like when I'm in Boston, like all I did was go to shows and I met people face to face. It's the first thing I wanted to do.
But you still knew you were nice on the sticks though. You still knew you could make dope music, right?
Yeah, of course. But
you're snaking in.
The approach, it wasn't even snakish. The approach was like, how can I contribute to a community if I don't know the people within it? And I think that's the biggest issue too. People want to take from something, but not also just know what's there already. Like, and my goal was to know as many people as I could that I thought were dope. So that was from people before me, the Rex, the terminologies, to the people that's behind me too, the high key randoms. I wanted to know all of these people. So it's just like, I think they're dope, so why can't I just support them? And why can't I just genuinely support them without them knowing that I do music? And then I could talk to them about music after that.
That's mad rare though. You know that, right?
Of course, because we're in a culture where everybody just wants to take and not give back.
Well, don't you think we're in a society where like most people have to be selfishly motivated? And I also think I hate when people act like they're not selfishly motivated, because it's human.
We're all selfishly motivated, but I also I also know that you can help yourself by helping others. And that's really the biggest thing. Like a lot of times, like opportunities come because I just said yes to something, even if I wasn't even getting paid. Like again, like sometimes the biggest difference between you getting an opportunity is saying, like, I gotta take a little less cash here, and then that will blossom into something else bigger.
Because you always meet somebody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about to attend these workshops about how to put together a show, which I already know how to do. But the whole purpose this week, Thursday and Friday, but the whole purpose
Where's
of it
this?
it's not even like open to the public quietly. But like quietly, no, it really isn't. Like I would promote it, but like I can't because the seats filled up. But yeah, I'm going there with just the intention of meeting people. Like and the fact that I know that I don't know everything. Like that's another mentality too. Is like I don't know everything, so let me go and learn something.
Where do you want to throw a show?
I don't want to throw a show at all, but like I want to know the people. Like
you want to know the people who want to throw a show.
Exactly, because those are the people that will book me 100%. Exactly. I don't need that. I don't need to put the show together, put my own money up. I need you to pay me to be at the show.
That's a fact. Let's throw a mega show. I'm gonna throw one in the next 6 months. Big.
Where at?
We can talk after, man.
Cool.
Have you ever thought of like just throwing a massive Latrell James show?
Yeah, we gonna do it soon. Sometime soon. Yeah, I mean, like again,
I feel like that's kind of like the standard for Boston artists. Like it's when you can throw like a sold out headlining show. That's like let's fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I held off because again, like I also understand the importance of spreading and not just like hitting one vein all the time. Like you got to be able to move around. So like again, you just don't want to thrive in Boston. You want to be able to thrive in New Bedford. You want to be able to grab people from Worcester. You want to be able to grab people from all over.
It's a master plan. I'm starting to see it, man.
When it's time to do that headlining show, you starve them for a couple months, and then you send them to that one spot, and they're like, all right, cool. And you put it on a good day. Stop making me go to shows on Tuesdays until 12 o'clock at night, because that's crazy with 10 headliners. We're not doing that. Come on.
Because people are going to show up, and they're probably going to leave.
Yeah, so people are going to show up just to see their homies, and by the time it gets to the headliner, people ain't going to be there.
So Jeffrey Play was saying, too, it like makes him sick that people do that.
Yeah, bro. Like, you got if people can't draw like that, then don't book them. And if not, then find a way to make it work a little better. Maybe lower your ticket price. Maybe you got to lower your ticket price until it's time for you to actually, raise it, and you got better headliners. But, like, just be smart. Don't make people sit there all day, man.
Also, I think a lot of kids in the city that are throwing shows are... and no discredit to anyone doing it because like I understand it's a massive undertaking, but you'd rather have more people there than make more money, especially in Boston.
Perception's everything, sadly.
Would you agree?
I don't know.
You're about that bag.
Nah, it's not. Money's the least important thing to me. I think the art is the most important thing. I think your audience being entertained is the second most important thing.
What about just like bringing together a culmination of people? I think that's just a great feeling, man.
Absolutely. It got to be the right, though. I think, again, like, I think the most important part, again, is, like, just taking consideration people's times. Like, if it's a Friday, the show can run late. If it's a Saturday, the show can run late. If it's Monday through Thursday, maybe Thursday's a solid, too. But, like, if it's Monday through Wednesday, try to lessen it up. I did my first headliner show a while back when I put out 12. And I knew that I could pull my own numbers. So my whole bill was not people from here. I got Crystal Canes, who was from New York at the time. New York.
Where was it?
Wonder Bar.
Oh, word,
which is 21 plus, which is crazy, right? So like I didn't even serve like the 18-year-old crowd that I could have at the time.
So you're getting pumped for the next one.
We're gonna do it right? We're gonna do it real right.
Right up the streets, Paradise Rock Club, bro.
Man, I ain't there yet, but
yeah. You don't think you could do 1,000?
Nah, listen, man,
on some real hustle.
I don't have to hustle that hard to do it. But listen, I do believe that, again, the big shows are great, but, like, I can't talk to everybody after a big show.
You'd rather be intimate?
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, when people talk to me about my music or they reach out, they be like, yo, it touched me in a way. Like, I want to talk to those people. I'll sit down in my Instagram and have a 20-minute conversation just for the fact that, like, I don't know what could happen to that person after I let them go.
Word.
Right? So, like, if that happens at a show, like, that's crazy. Like, you got 1,000 people there. Like, the chances of something happening to somebody in that week or a week after is really high. And, like, the fact that I can't talk to them or touch them is kind of scary to me. I always tell people after my shows, come find me, come get a sweaty hug, because that might be our last time talking. On my side, too. I don't know. Nothing's permanent.
Well, you think 1,000 is too big to be intimate?
Nah, yeah. Actually, yeah.
You don't think it's, like, right on the line? Because you've been in Paradise, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, we went to what was that? Dollar and the Dream show. It was a great show there. Stiz did a great show there too.
With J. Cole?
Yeah.
Had a show there?
Dollar and the Dream tour, bro.
When was this?
While back, bro.
Was it fire?
Yeah,
because I saw the Forest Hill Drive tour.
It was like $1 to get in, bro.
That's fire.
Yeah. Hopefully he does that again. That's a really cool idea. But like again, you got to have the right sponsorships to figure
Seems
that
like that's
out.
a bag negator though.
No, because the sponsors take care of that. Like, so like the way people look at it is like, oh, he needs to get the money from the straight up ticket sales. But if a company,
Yeah,
a big
a
enough
marketing
company,
tip, yeah.
if a company wants to actually take on that, they can literally control all of the brand and aesthetics of it. Everything will be Hennessy. Say if Hennessy wanted to promote it, so everything from the cups to shirts would have Hennessy. Like they know what they're doing.
So for reference, May 16th, I have my next event for anybody listening or watching. It's at the Summer Shack in Cambridge.
Hey.
Big Bochy pulled in the big sponsors, man.
Hey.
Got a little Grey Goose coming.
Oh,
whoa.
okay,
for the
okay.
friggity free.
Okay.
And that's also, I hate the idea of a networking event. I think it's like the stupidest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go and force to meet people, but go meet some cool people here, man.
Nah, networking is important. I don't say no to any networking event. I went to a networking event and probably 2 months ago.
Like a corporate networking event?
No, just regular people. Yo, that's the thing, yo. I'm a person of the people, bro. Like, I don't believe in like, all right, I'm too good to do anything. That's just a bad mentality to have.
I was going to ask you about ego. Like, what's your stance on it? How important is it?
You're not too good to do anything, bro. Like, again, like, if
so you don't
somebody
think ego hasn't driven you at all?
You know, see, the thing is, like, I know I'm good at what I do, right? So, like, I can put that out there.
Shit, dude.
I know I'm good at what I do, right? But that's not the point for me. Like, I also know that you have to, just because you're good doesn't mean people have to work with you, right? So, like, part of it,
or buy your shit.
Exactly. Like, part of it is actually just being a good human being. A lot of it is just being a good human being. And, like, I always laugh when I see artists be jerks or something. It's like, you gotta meet people. Like, sometimes people don't even buy your music for the fact that you're talented. They just like who you are sometimes. Like, you gotta remember that. And, like, I go out with the intention of, like, I'm gonna meet somebody new today. I'm gonna build with somebody new today. They may not serve any purpose in my life, but, yo, I'm grateful for the fact that I had that conversation and they enlightened me on something.
Is that gradual that you've grown a gratitude? Because, I've been on some shit where I just feel like, dude, great things are happening to me. I feel like I should be more appreciative.
Yeah. I think you always be appreciative, firstly, because somebody else could be in your position and somebody else would be grateful to be in your position. Like you can't complain about where you are because, like, again, somebody's like, damn, I really wish I was Golden Deer right now. Like, that's really what
I wish I was Latrell James, a full-time musician in Boston.
Nobody
with the
wants-
Gary Vaynerchuk look. With the Gary V look.
Nobody wants to be Latrell James, man. My life is hectic, bro.
Bro,
Like,
can you just explain the Gary V look? I am a Gary V stan, bro.
dude, it was cool, bro.
That is so dope.
I met, I was in A3C. I got my music posted on the Gary V playlist.
Monday to Monday.
Monday
Fucking
playlist.
sick, dude.
OK got placed in there. And
I thought wasn't Mona Lisa Bonet
that did
too,
too, right? So, like, OK first got placed in there, and then that got to Spotify's Fresh Finds from that. So it was a really good moment for me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Did you know who Gary V was?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a motivational guru,
The
right?
beast.
So, like, and I listen to a lot of stuff he says about just hustle, man. Like, I know a lot about just hustle from that man. So, like, but and then I ended up going to A3C. I'm in Atlanta, and then I met Mike Boyd, who works with Gary V.
Well, he's like the curator of the playlist.
Exactly, bro. So he had a panel down there, and again, like, I just believe in just meeting people, right? Like, I could easily keep sending him an email, but, like, that's weak to me. So, like, I went down there with the intentions of only meeting 3 people while I was there, because I was like, all right, I got these relationships, but I want to grow them a little bit more. So I flew to Atlanta and I stayed there just to meet these people, but also I was gonna build relationships with other people as well. But
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, I got to meet Mike, and he was just like, yo, nice meeting you. He's like, yo, send me some more shit. So I sent him Mona Lisa Bonet. Next thing you know, that was on the playlist too.
Dude.
So it was just like, it was a really cool thing. I seen Gary V tweet it out, and I was just like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
He said, I see you, Latrell, bro.
Yo.
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, yo.
I was like, this is kind of crazy because, like, I be watching this guy's, visuals and
Internet
stuff.
is a weapon. You must utilize it.
Facts. Yeah, he talks mad hype too, yo. So, like, but nah, I thought that was just cool, man. It was a cool thing, man. I really want to meet that guy, man. So
He's ahead of his time, bro.
that's the next move to build that way too.
So, yeah, so are wins like that, are they validating for you? Like, I feel like you've built a lot of your shit on patience. Am I right in saying that?
100%.
So when you get, like, looks like that, are you like, yo, bro, this is fire?
I mean, I don't get too high or too low on them because that's the industry, bro. Like, there's extreme highs and there's extreme lows, and like that's why I say like you got to be a certain amount of crazy to pursue music, right? Because like nothing's like definite, and like you have to start taking risk, and you have to take them sooner than later, or you'll find yourself really old and stuck in a place that you probably don't want to be. So, like, I don't know. It's gratifying, but at the same time, it's like, all right, team, let's buckle down some more. Let's do it bigger. Let's figure out how we can take it to the next level. So that's really it.
So have you had to like gradually become more aggressive, you think, or because bro, you like I fuck with it so heavy, bro. You'll do shows and like I feel like you'll do shows in small joints, and you'll do big shows, and you'll be somewhere. You'll do like an interview here. That's fire, bro. I fuck with it so heavy.
Bro, I appreciate it. Nah, I honestly don't. That's the team, bro. I could just be honest. That's the team's doing.
You do you think you've acquired a lot more W's after building like a really solid foundation with a team?
Absolutely, man. I think having people in your corner that can challenge you. Like, you don't want yes men in your corner. You want people that are challenge, like, challenge your music. Like, challenge like, yo, Latrell, you could do this better, or I don't like this, and you just have to live with that. Like, or have people challenge you in ways like, again, like I wasn't the most person keen on social media, like, but again, like having people on my back, like, yo, Latrell, you need to post more, be more visible, show people who you are. Like, I didn't have somebody on my back telling me that, or like, yo, Latrell, like, yo, you was super out of breath during this performance, bro. You should probably work out. So, like, you know what
Were you like, yo, fuck you, dead ass?
I was offended, but at the same time, what did I do? What did I do, bro? Like, I went to the gym. I dropped 30-something pounds, bro, in the last year, bro.
No way, really?
Yeah, bro. So I'm, like, in the best shape I've been
good?
in my life, bro. Like, that's what I told you. I just left the gym and came straight here, bro.
What,
I go to the gym
what were you hitting
morning.
in the gym?
Oh, man.
You did a little
Bench. We did bench. We did arms. Legs is tomorrow. Did bench, arms, and chest.
What, you doing like little like curls? Like, what's going on with the arms? You doing tricep pull downs?
We're doing curls.
Okay.
Pull curls. We do some tricep pull downs. We did a few dips today too.
You big on the cables?
Yeah, bro. I
work?
do a lot of cable work, bro. Free weights, I know you'll probably get way more progress with it, but yo, dude, you can tear something. Rotator cuffs, all those weird free forms.
Yep. Totally tore my labrum last year.
See?
Incline benching, bro.
See, I'm fully aware about that. I'll stick with the wires and cables.
Stretch, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yo, that's important. Wow.
Mobility.
But yeah, that was it, man. Just having people to be honest with you and having people to have ideas just as good as you is super important, bro.
Do you feel a new sense of confidence with your new and improved body?
Nah.
Don't lie, bro.
Nah, bro. Like,
you don't look at yourself and be like, yo, damn, I'm kind of hot. Bullshit, bro.
Nah, never that, bro. Like, again, like, I was this weight prior to that, bro. Like, but when you're like, being in the studio is unhealthy. Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, you sit down firstly, like, you sit down in front of a screen all day long, right? Trying to work on these ideas. So you can sit there from 9 to 5. So let's say you work your job and you work a corporate job. You're in front of a screen 9 to 5.
Big pass,
then you go home from 6 to 9, you're in front of a screen. Then you're probably going to wind down by watching some more TV. Like, it's just unhealthy, bro. All that sitting, all that no movement. Like, get some weights in your studio. Do some push-ups every hour. Figure it out.
Could you set up a studio where, like, you're standing? Like, couldn't you, like, raise a platform like this?
I stand a lot when I'm like producing.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's more creatively inducing if you're like moving around.
I sit down when I record though, so like they're two different places. So I don't know, it's weird.
Are you someone who's like mad calm in the studio?
Yeah, nah.
Well, you're just like OD introspective in the music, so I'm just like.
For now, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some crazy stuff coming soon.
Oh, some of the radio hits.
Nah, I don't make radio music, bro. That's not my thing, bro. If people like it, so be it. Like, again, Mona Lisa Bonet was just me having fun with Lightfoot. I grabbed the beat at a production show he had. So he was playing this beat. I'm like, yo, bro, I want that. I recorded it probably the same night, sent it back to him.
What, he's like in front of a crowd just playing beats? That's that networking. That's that Latrell James networking.
I mean,
okay.
I know Lightfoot from the bridge too. So like me, I wasn't networking. I was just there supporting the homie. So like that's what I'm saying. When you just pull up and support somebody, like some things can happen from it. I was just there to support him because I really do support his music. I think he's dope. So I was there. He played a beat I really liked. I was fortunate enough for him to send it to me, and then from there, we made the record. I had that record for like a year and a half before I put it out. It was just chilling.
Yeah, why are you holding on to records?
I mean, everything's about timing, and everything isn't for everybody too, right? So like sometimes those records that I'm working on are just for my artistic growth, and like I'm growing in between these songs. Like if I play you this album I created prior to putting out track phone, you'd be like, wow, Latrell, you sound like you've grown a lot, and there's a reason why that. Like I think you have to keep working through your stuff. It's like it's repetitions, bro. You gotta keep shooting your jump shot until you figure out your nice rhythm and your nice stroke. So like I found my rhythm, like, and now it's like it's lights out for people. I really am not gonna take a break ever again. Like I found my rhythm.
Why? When was the break?
Yo, so the break happened. Like that's the crazy thing. If I had put out this album, everybody would know why this break happened. But the reason why I stopped making music, it wasn't even I stopped making music. It's just my parents just got super sick during the time.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah, they're good now. They're good now.
They both had the same sickness?
Nah, so my mom had breast cancer, crazy,
man.
and my father had a triple bypass. So those two things literally happened back to back. So I was just like, yo, music's really not that important. So I just focused on making sure they were good. But like during that time, I did create a whole body of work, bro. But I outgrew it in that time too. So.
Are you very family oriented?
Hell yeah, I got a big family, bro.
I know you're like one of 5 or 6 siblings.
One of 6, yeah. Big family, bro.
You're the oldest?
Nah, bro, I'm the 4th born. Yeah.
So you got shafted.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, we good. Yo, my family real good, bro. Trust me. Like, there's no unfairness in my family.
Well, I forget what song I was listening to. I know I put it in my notes, but I think I remember. It was, you said some shit about like, yo, I'm crazy, but I have good parents.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think I turned out
down.
crazy. Both my parents are some thugs, yeah. Thugging like working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Thugging is getting your children to undergrad. Thugging is when you find time to cry. All of us got it emotional. So that's one of my favorite. Yeah, that record's not out yet, which is funny.
Wait. No, you said something else, though.
Wait,
that record sounds fire, though. Let me get that, too, bro. No, you said something. Let me find it.
I thought you was referring to something else.
You said, I'm a product of both my parents raising me. You probably think that kept me out of trouble crazily.
Things would have been different if I had it my way. They stabbed my cousin in the heart on Valentine's Day. That's the button, yeah. Yo, believe it or not, I just listened to that album for the first time in like 3 years.
Was it weird for you?
Yeah.
You feel like you sound young?
No. My approach on everything has totally changed.
Like what?
Just as far as like what I want to talk about and how I say things, like voice inflection is super important to me now. Like how things are said is equally as important as what's being said.
Yeah, and Kendrick does that a lot. Not even to shade you or anything like that, but
I mean, every short black dude get called Kendrick. Zay-Wop deal with it. I'm probably sure Luke gonna deal with it.
my fault. Sorry if I cornered you.
Nah, we good. I'm playing with you.
But he puts his voice up and down. I feel like I see you do that.
Dude, it doesn't even come from him. It comes from people like Andre 3000.
I was gonna say, yeah,
like,
you sound like 3 Stacks sometimes.
Three Stacks is like my guy. 3 Stacks and Jay are my people. Like that's where you get introspective, and then you get the creativity from Andre. Like those are my 2 favorites. Like yeah, that man's verse on Anderson .Paak's album. Like who raps like that? Like
I didn't hear it,
bro. He's the first song on the new Anderson .Paak album. He's fantastic, bro. It's incredible how he can rap.
Have you ever met him?
Nah, man.
But that would be like the dream project, though.
Dude, I don't even want to work with him, bro. Which is the truth.
Hold him up there, our savior.
It's not even that. Like, I don't even want to work with him. I more so just want to, I just want to talk to people, man. I like to know what inspires him because, then you can kind of get to the root of, how he became Andre 3000.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't know somebody's inspirations or their background, then you can't really find out the root of how they became the artist that they are. So, I just want to know how he got to that point.
What inspires you, man?
Life, bro.
Yeah, but deadass, do you have some sort of motor in you where it's like, yo, some fucked shit happened to me, and now I kind of want to go spaz because of it and grow my career and attract a lot of attention to myself? Or is that an ego drive type thing?
None of the above for me, bro. Again, I think every artist has an ego, but for me, none of that drives me, bro. What drives me is just saying some slick shit, bro. Saying the slickest shit in the world is impressive to me. When people have to go back and be like, wow, he's really
depicting it. What'd you say with Taxstone? You said I say what I do say.
That second verse is where I tell people all the time, if you want to hear me as a rapper.
How did that turn on?
I have no clue, but it sound dope.
It's right behind you. Where's that playing
I
from?
don't know. We got might be this switchboard back here or nah. Hey. It's the headphones too. What's the headphone leak?
You know what it is? Let's do this. Watch this. Dude, where's that coming from? Hold up real quick.
Right there. Oh, it's the TV, bro.
No, TV's playing this.
Hey, yeah. We out here.
Oh, I know what it is. My fault.
Nah, you good, bro. Hey. I'm like,
Really playing. What is originally? That's a watch.
Bro, I don't do jewelry, bro.
No jewelry.
Nah, I'm not really a jewelry person, bro.
As an entrepreneur, it's kind of a waste of money.
I mean, yeah, but for me, I think I'm just more into just, I don't know, stuff that I find more valuable, like things that I like, man. I'm a basketball sneaker collector, basketball card collector, sneaker collector. I just like, I don't know.
Do you have multiple cars?
Nah, just one, bro. That's crazy. Why would somebody need 2 cars?
Oh, I thought you said you're a car collector.
Not card, like
card.
like basketball cards. I like. I'm into just other stuff, bro. Like toys, bro. Like vintage toys and stuff, bro. Like I have other interests besides just.
You ever thought of been doing the Gary V flip? You know how he's big on that?
I'm already on it, bro. I've been doing that. Though.
No way.
Yeah.
Like what?
I can't give everybody the game yet, bro. But yeah, like go hit your local Savers or your local thrift store. Video games are really easy to flip if you know the game. Yeah, bro.
If it's not
like,
scratched.
I mean, you can fix a scratch game too, low key. So like,
okay, Latrell the Hustler. All right.
One thing that people don't know about video games, this is random as hell, but like a video game is like the bottom part of the disc is plastic, so you can actually sand that and then rebuff it, and it'll play clean again. The most important part of the information is actually on the other side.
On the with the graphic.
Yeah. So if
No
that gets
way.
scratched, then you lose the data. Actually, bro. Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. So that extra layer,
so that
when you look
graphics
at a
almost
CD,
that's like a seal almost.
Yeah, when you look at the CD, you always see that extra rays of plastic. That's just plastic to protect it. The laser reads through that, bro. Like it's mad simple, man.
Yeah, but I thought GameStop taxes you like crazy.
Yeah, we don't do GameStop, bro. You go from the thrift store to eBay, bro. So like you can buy a PS1.
So the online flip.
Yeah, you can find a PS1 game for like $2, and then you can go, if you know the right ones, you can get $22 for them. So you're making $20 profit.
And daily, that's $140. That's like 12 Chipotle trips.
And then like VCRs are another thing that's like a hot commodity. It sounds weird, but like VCR and DVD players are hot commodities because people want to play their
nostalgia.
Blu-rays. Yeah, people want to watch their old videos and stuff. So like those things sell like hotcakes. I can look up eBay right now. I'm pretty sure about 30 VCRs sold today for like $80 a piece. Those things are like $10 at your local.
So do you just have a bunch of side hustles?
Yeah, bro. You got to have a bunch of side hustles, bro.
And that's mad. That is like wicked refreshing that you said that, bro.
Yeah, bro, because I think when you really try to make all your money from one thing, that's where you start, that's where the depression sinks in, honestly. Like, you're like, I'm not getting my money from here. I'm not getting, all of it's money all money's good money. All money coming in is like, you can't be mad. If somebody put $500 into you and invested that, that's money. If you sold 30 VCRs to get some money to put out your project, that's still good money. If you have to work a 9 to 5 to do it, it's still good money. It's just, I'm just not built for that 9 to 5.
Nor am I, dude. Holy shit. When did you realize that, like, you wouldn't function in a corporate environment?
Man, I don't even remember.
Were you like a force in elementary school?
Nah, I just couldn't do it, bro. Like, for me, like, again, I just believe that my peak hours are in the morning, and like I did like security and stuff at night at one point. I was just
like Seaport Southeast security type thing.
Indoor. I don't want people to see me. We was at the malls when I was a young boy. So late night Braintree, late night Cambridge. But
that's that bread though.
Yeah,
a lot of kids like the security because they're like, yo, you might get paid like $17.50 an hour.
Yeah, but again, like, you sacrifice how exhausted you are in the morning, so like you'll sleep through your mornings and you'll lose that peak time too. So like I think really it just comes down to figuring out how much you need to survive, right? And then figuring out how to get it from multiple places. So maybe you can cut back 10 hours off your regular job just by doing some hustling on eBay. But like getting back that 10 hours is super important because that's productivity.
Not everybody has it genetically, though, is one thing I'm realizing. Some people need like to be given orders and have that structure.
Oh, absolutely, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. I be trying to tell people that all the time, like, oh, you do this, nah. Like, yo, if you have to work a job and you need to give people to give you orders and structure and to figure out how you're gonna get to where you get to, that's fine.
Hands off.
That's fine. Like, yo, either way, it's a grind. Like, and that's the thing. Like, if you're working your job and you're trying to grow at your job, it's a grind. If you're trying to grow your own business, it's a grind. So like, I don't knock anybody's approach.
It's tough, though, because I got a lot of friends. Mind you, I finished at Providence College like a year ago. I got a lot of friends. It's like a lot of them are getting funneled into jobs that they don't necessarily want to do. That's just because the system. You know what I'm saying? And I was always thinking, I was like, dude, I kind of fucking hate being around these kids who are like, feel like they got to go push themselves into these jobs. But it's kind of a blessing that I was self-aware enough to know that, like, shit, I definitely can't function in such a...
Man, the earlier you know, the better, man. That gives you more time to figure out your options.
But you're a smart dude. Was it ever like, yo, I could do music, but I could also might be able to go hustle something else really successfully?
I was engineering, bro. And that's what a lot of people have known me for, is like I was mixing
producer.
I was mixing people's music. I was producing for them. So like
Pro Tools?
Yeah. I'm pretty adequate in it, bro. Like I know a lot. I can mix records like
John Scott.
Nah, he's fantastic. I'm not John Scott at all, man. But I do know how everything works, and I do know what stuff sonically is supposed to sound like. So, I think that's the most important thing. I mean, I've used my services of mixing to help me in other areas too, which is just building relationships with people.
And you can also do music start to back, right? All your songs.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. That's the most important thing. I track everything myself at the crib, so like. Again, I think that's the blessing. I think everybody should have a home studio too, so you can get your ideas out faster. Because holding on to your ideas, I feel like you lose a part of the idea when you put it onto paper or into your phone. You lose a little bit of that soul. So like the faster you can get your idea from your brain into the microphone and record it, it's gonna be better for the future.
Isn't it a productivity thing though? Like, don't you feel more incentivized to go work if you have to go like leave the crib for like an hour and a half and then like. Or like leave the crib 30 minutes away. Okay, now I'm at the studio. I have to get some shit done.
Nah, because like I don't know, man. Like I don't know. For me personally, I don't know if it's for everybody, but like again, like I do a lot of my writing in the car. Like blast.
Sounds
the beat,
dangerous, bro.
Blast the beat. It's
not driving. You're just parked.
Yeah, we driving. We driving for sure. But like I just put the voice recorder on, and I let the beat go. And I just rumble. I mumble all the way through my ride, and then when I get home, I find the best parts and the best melodies that I like, and then I consolidate them.
You have a specific road you drive on? Are you on like a 93?
Everywhere, bro.
That's like kind of stressful, bro.
I was doing that on my way here, bro. It's slightly stressful, but. Again, like, I don't believe you can just sit down and create music. Like, music is supposed to move people. It's an actual movement. The drums are moving. Your voice is moving. So, like, you should be moving while you're doing it. I don't stand still when I'm creating. Like, I don't know how people could just sit down and be like, that doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It's all movement, bro. Like, how you sit in the studio and not move your arms? Like, the reason why you're moving your arms is because it's a movement, bro. Like, that's all music is. It's movement with words, poetry in motion.
So you seem like an artistic dude.
I don't know.
Hey man, it's a good thing.
I don't know if I am.
Do you think you're too intrinsic sometimes? Like do you think too deep?
Nah, because I mean there's a second and third level to everything. I mean I don't believe in being a surface thinker.
I know what you're saying, but wouldn't it be nice sometimes like it's just like okay, this is what it is. I don't have to like blow my brains out thinking about this.
Nah, but I don't think like that. That's the craziest thing. Like people, I don't know why. Like I guess because of the music I make or like some of the things I say.
The music's OD sophisticated, so it's like okay, he must be like in here just like
dude.
Too many thoughts going on.
Nah, again, for people that know me and I sit in the studio with, that I talk the same amount of shit everybody else do about everything, but also at the same time, like it's just about having perspective on stuff, right? So like, think about it like this. Like I always think about it like this. So like. When you see, I was watching this Netflix documentary. I can't even remember what it was.
The Firefest?
Nah.
Did you see that though?
I did see it, but it's about animals, bro. Like they just put it up. It's like their Nat Geo, the way they combat Nat Geo. And
there's a Planet Earth type.
Exactly. I don't know the name of it, but I don't want to mess it up. But anyway, there's a situation where a seal a seal mother, right? So since global warming's affecting the glaciers and stuff, right? Like the ice is freezing too fast, so they can't make these little dens that they usually put their children in, right? So the seal mother has to put its cub on top of the ice, right? So the seal mother's looking for food to feed its cub. While this is happening, a polar bear approaches and just
swipes the seal baby,
picks up the cub, right?
See ya.
And it takes it to go feed its baby, right? So like that's the way I think about stuff.
It's that
it's
Darwinism,
like, bro. It's the way I think about stuff. It's like, all right, cool. Like, yo, that's a really bad situation for that mom, but at the same time, that other mother's feeding its child,
and that polar bear's stunned.
Who do you
He's brought the bag back, bro?
But who do you feel bad for though? Like, and that's what I try to think about. I try to think about that in every situation. Like, yo, what's the polarizing things? Is there a wrong or right here? If not, cool, then I can just say what I feel.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. That sounds like you're overthinking, man.
Nah, bro, that's life, bro. Like you ever think about this?
Do you ever think like you just reset and just be positive though, fully, or do you think that's
fully positive?
I was gonna say,
there's nothing negative.
But you think about the negative.
Yo, because that's part of it, bro. Like again, like a simple perspective is everything. There's a negative and positive to everything. Like you can't move like that, bro. So like, if you don't know what the negative is, how can you treat something positive, or how can you be positive, right? You gotta be like, oh, that person has a nasty attitude. I don't want to be around them, right? So you have to know what that is. You have to understand what that brings on you, the emotions that it brings out of you. So like, I like to know both sides of that. Like if I don't know what negativity is, then I'm gonna be around everybody, and there's a reason why I'm not around everybody, because I don't like everybody. I don't like everybody's energy, and I don't think that you should share your energy with everybody. So. And it's not me overthinking. It's just like, yo, people are people. Like, you got to remember that people aren't all good.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately, too. Like, where do humans go wrong? Like, where does it happen?
Money.
You think it's money totally distorts everything?
Everything. That's the biggest discrepancy.
What is it, just like a sense of fear, you think, for money? Or
the fact that we have to, our whole existence thrives upon it. At this point,
like, in America,
yeah, and I think that's the biggest problem. Everything that we do is related to money. The music that we listen to is always about, I gotta go get this money. I gotta be up 100 bands, or like, yo, you could have 80 bands or 50 bands and be solid. You could work a $50,000 a year job for the rest of your life and be happy. Like that has nothing to do with our happiness. And we've made money our happiness, and that's scary to me.
It does make me happy. Honestly,
to a degree. I mean, I think
it's a level of comfortability. It's like, yo, bro, me and you after this, let's say we're dead hungry, bro. Let's go hit that Chipotle. You feel me?
Exactly. You can do that,
and we're good,
bro. Exactly. I think that's the difference. I don't know if it's happiness. I think it's comfortability, and I think we intertwine those two things. Like, what is your happiness?
It's also like a release of fear. You know, it's like, yo, you don't have to stress.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucked system, honestly, sometimes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Again, I think it's another situation where it's just comfortability and happiness are two different things, but they intertwine at the same time. They're really contrasting things.
As someone who's entrepreneurial, though, have you ever caught yourself being a capitalist? It's like, yo, Latrell, like, word, maybe like 5 years ago, bro, you getting $500 for a show, but yo, bro, you might get $1,500 for this one. You'd be like, fire, more money.
But again...
And I'm just like throwing out random prices.
To answer your question, no. But if it's 5 years, I mean, shit, I earned that then, right?
That's what I'm saying, though, right?
I've been busting my ass for those 5 years to make $1,500. So like, I never see it as a capitalistic approach. Again, like I still take shows that's way under my fee, because it's not just about making money, bro. It's about building relationships. And it's about, yo, at the end of the day, if like, I know that a learning institution, a higher learning institution, could pay me way more than somebody probably in Dorchester could. But just because they can't afford me like a higher learning institution doesn't mean I turn down that show. It's like, nah, let's figure these numbers out. Maybe I can't do the whole 40-minute set, but for X amount of dollars, I could do 20 minutes. Like, I'm willing to work. It's not just money for me. That's not my happiness.
There's a respect level that comes with it, though, right? It's like, yo, someone hits up Latrell. It's like, yo, bro, yo, I like your music, dog. Come do 4 songs for $75. You probably just be like,
I mean, nah. I mean, again,
Bro.
yo, see, that's the bad mentality. Like, everybody's money driven. Everybody doesn't deserve to be paid. Firstly, I could tell people that straight up. Like, so many people in Boston, or you don't deserve to be paid yet. At the end of the day, if somebody pays you, that's a privilege. Just because you make art doesn't mean you deserve to get paid for it.
Thank you.
And like, that's the craziest thing about, like, I see people like, why you need to get money? Just go out there and get you some exposure, boy. Like.
Meet some people.
Everything has been driven about how much money we make from what we do, that we're deviating away from the fact that, yo, you don't deserve to get paid from your art yet. Like, what have you done to get paid for your art? Just because you spent a lot of money on it doesn't mean you get paid a lot of money to perform it. Simple as that.
And what value does it provide?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, man, and there's a lot more to it too. It's about what communities you're pushing your music into, and knowing that somebody that's probably in your community that can't afford you. It's about understanding money, understanding financials, and understanding who could pay you what and how they can pay you, and just be grateful every time somebody cuts you a check.
So, how have you navigated that though? Because I'm sure you've had bigger money opportunities with some of the looks you've gotten. Mm-hmm. Is it like, should I raise my price? You don't think you should ever raise your price?
Nah, my price is raised, but again, it's been risen for specific people in specific places. Like,
you've also earned it.
Yeah, I mean, also too, like, if I do a show and I'm playing with a fucking band, like, of course I'm gonna charge you more, because I pay my band members. They always get paid. Like, I gotta make sure they get paid, and they usually get paid before me. Like, if you know how the game work, most of the time you don't get cut the check the day of the show. But I make sure that they get paid in that week of, because it's just like, yo, I know what it feels like to do something and not make any money from it immediately. Like, why do all these rehearsals? Then we get to the show date, and I still got to wait a month to get paid? Nah, I'll pay them cash out right there. Yo, and I'll take the L for that time being.
You have an LLC?
Absolutely, in Delaware.
Latrell on the loophole. Wait, why Delaware?
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Okay.
Business. Yo, if you know your business, then you know why you should have your LLC in Delaware. That's a big move.
Do you need to have residency out there, or you just get it registered?
You get registered out there. That's it.
All right, we might have to talk, me and you, bro.
Get incorporated out there, bro.
So you get the tax cuts sometimes on the LLC?
Absolutely, man. Dude,
Fire.
Listen, man. Being a entrepreneur, being a independent contractor, is being a musician, especially right now in Boston.
A successful musician in the city. I got you, bro. I got you.
I'm alright. I'm doing straight, but like, just know that like it comes with a lot of taxes. You end up paying a lot of people, and it's stressful, man. My last year tax, it was crazy to me, because I just was like, wow, I wasn't prepared to pay or take the tax hits that they were doing. That's why I got myself situated this year.
You have an accountant, or you do it yourself?
I did everything myself, bro. I can't afford an accountant yet. I could go to one of these colleges and get somebody to do it for free, because I know that a lot of kids are doing stuff.
Want the opportunity.
Yeah, and pro bono, and they need the credits for what they do too. So I can probably finagle it in an internship some way.
But you don't want a 20-year-old kid looking after your bag, bro.
Exactly, bro. And I also know that you should keep somebody around long enough to just learn from them. You don't need them permanently. It's like lawyers. Like, you just want to learn the verbiage. You want to learn the language. And then
you would self-represent yourself?
Yeah, because
bro, that is risky territory.
It's not, bro, because a lot of times it's just it's language that we don't understand, like, and that's the biggest difference. When you're reading a contract, it's really not a lot of stuff going on in there, but you just need to know specific language. That's why you have a lawyer, right? And once that lawyer could really like show you what that language means, you don't really need to approach that person until it's something way bigger. Like, you can handle a lot of things yourself. Like, people get too crazy about it. People got managers for no reason. People got lawyers for no reason. But what do I know?
Well, you have a manager, right?
Absolutely, because I don't have time. I mean, if I did everything myself...
Yo, Jessica, you seem like a rock star. No bullshit.
She's a great human being. If I did everything myself, I wouldn't have time to do anything. Like, I wouldn't still have time to produce, like, still be able to get placements. I wouldn't have been able to leave to Atlanta in January without having somebody else still running the business, like, while I was gone, and like focusing my energy on something else. So like, that's why I have the team, and like, we have events, like, we sell merch. Like, I can't sell merch and be on stage at the same time. Like, it starts to come down where you need more people, and once I realized I needed more people, that's when I sought more people.
How do you know it's the right person? So mind you, I want to find out like a very permanent producer to help me on the show. Did it just click? Was it like...
They'll find you, bro. I don't think that you can find them. I think that, yeah, it just has to click. And you have to, I mean, sometimes you just gotta be around people for a while and be like, you know what, man, what do you think about this or what do you think about that? Like, I mean, my team has changed over the years too, so it's not been consistent. I mean, Jess has been there, Eric's been there, Kat just came along, but she's been amazing as well. So like, you just have to. It grows, it changes over time, and you gotta adjust to that and be willing to adapt. Nothing's permanent, bro. Trust me.
Latrell's kicking a lot of game, man. Honestly, well, a lot of kids can learn from this, you know.
I hope so, man. I'm just trying to get my truth, bro.
It's just the one thing I've noticed is like a lot of kids want to understand like how to be successful in music in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Humans want to be successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them don't have guidance, bro. That's like one thing I've noticed. There's no real model. There wasn't a model for you either.
Yo, okay, cool. I'm glad you said that because that's exactly like my whole angle, bro. Shout out to the police. But I think me not having any like guidance or like having role models here, like don't get it twisted. There was people that were like doing their thing here, but like they wasn't as accessible as they are now, right?
Talk about Melfi. Shout out Melfi. That's my dog.
Shout out to whomever. Yeah, again, like
Star Gang.
Yo, he had a great run, bro, which there's never no hate, bro, because everybody should have learned from what he did and grown on it, too. He was doing his thing. So,
and he was on that guerrilla marketing, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think everybody took a piece of what he was doing and started implementing it into their own. So shout out to him, bro. There's never no hate, bro. Like, again, I think everybody can learn from everybody. But what I was saying is I didn't have that when I was doing me, like, here. Like, I didn't have somebody that I could reach out to that was already, because they were looking at us as competitors, like direct competitors. And, like, there's a different mentality now, I think, with like my peer group and then the one coming behind us, because we're just open arms now. It's just like, yo, like I ain't got no reason to hate you or like not want to help you, because like at the end of the day, like we're doing the same thing. Like I'll literally give I give opportunities to people. I try to open like relationships with people. Like when I got the Cheerios situation or the Celtics thing, I didn't just sit back and was like, yo, I'm gonna hold on to this myself. I was sending the contact to other people.
Fire.
I don't know. I don't have to lie about that. Whoever knows, they can say it afterwards. Like, but legit, I literally was like, all right, cool. I met this guy, Brian from Gratitude Sound. Shout out to Brian. And I literally just started setting up people with him. Like, yo, go get that bag, because like at the end of the day, I know that I can't get every opportunity, and every opportunity isn't for me. So if it ain't for me, I'm praying that it's for a homie.
I get it, but the kids are still like wicked, like. They're very divisive, I think. Like, they're just...
How so?
There's a lot of groups of artists who, like, they don't necessarily want to click. And I kind of feel like back in, like, 2015... Boston? Yeah, I feel...
Wow. I didn't know that.
I could be wrong. I could be just being negative. But I also feel like when, in, like, 2015, when things started getting a little more popping, you guys were all just kind of moving together, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree, man. I mean, like, at the end of the day, like...
That's the right year, 2015?
I dropped 2015 for sure. It was a good year. 2015.
That was when 12 dropped, right?
2015 probably like really cracked Boston's ceiling, but not just because of myself. Stiz had a fucking phenomenal year that year too. I think he dropped his first. Suffolk County dropped that year in June. But even so, before that, Michael Christmas has Is This Art. Like again, there was a lot of things that led up to that. But the one thing that I know from that generation is like, or that crop of artists is like, we just supported it because like at the end of the day, we never seen somebody go that far.
Fire.
So like that's the mentality you should always have. Like, yo, again, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you don't have to gain something by supporting, bro. Sometimes supporting is enough, bro. Just pull up, support it. Just buy a vinyl. Like again, like I could have easily I bought the Suffolk County vinyl, bro. Like it's bigger than just, yo, let me get something for free. Like I think that's the worst mentality a lot of people have, is like they want the free. Let me get in for free. Let me do this for free. Nah, yo, I'll buy it because I actually support you and I like you. I want to put money in your pocket and put money in my pocket at the same time.
Strengthen network, like strengthen like a strong, prevalent network. You've started to notice the benefits of it.
Yeah, but yo, again, I think it just comes down to you being a person,
a good dude.
People forget that. Like, you can't be a jerk and think you're going to get through. Because, like, somebody's going to be like, yo, that person's a jerk. Or they do bad business. Or they don't show up on time. Or they do this. So, like, I don't want any of those things associated with my name. Like, I want people to know, like, yo, if I say I'm going to pull up, I'm going to pull up. If I say I'm going to produce something for you, I'm going to produce something for you. Like, that's just what it is.
Big karma believer.
Oh, yeah. Yo, it will come back, though. That's the beautiful thing about it. It may not come back in the form of what you think it is, but, like, it always comes back, man. Like I've taken so many L's in the last 9 months, man. But like, there's always something that just like, whoop, okay, cool. You be like, damn, I just spent $1,500 on this, and this is not gonna work. But then next thing you know, it's like, all right, here go $3,000.
Financial L's?
Yeah, I took, man.
Specify.
Dude, there's a lot of financial L's in this stuff. I mean, specifying would be throwing people's name under the bus, but like, I don't do that. So for me, I just think it comes down to quality of work, things you don't like. If you work with somebody and you don't get the result of the product you want, do you forcefully put it out because you pay for it, or do you put it away and work on something else?
Yeah, I get it.
I just don't put out stuff just because I paid for it. Like, if I don't like it and I don't feel like it's adequate or it fits what I'm doing now, then I'll scrap it. And I'm okay with that, knowing that, again, money comes and it goes. And they'll always find you if you're doing the right thing.
I feel like you got your mind in the right place, bro. I feel like I appreciate this. No bully.
I'm chilling, bro. Like, I be trying to tell people, like, yo, believe in yourself more, man. We're way more strong. We're way more powerful than we think, and the power of thought is stronger than you think, too. Like, you can really put anything you want to do down and really get to it.
Well, I've started to understand, like, the art of self-reliance. Like, if you can just totally only depend on yourself, then you're good, and you don't need someone else to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that way?
Nah. I wish I could rely on myself.
Fuck me, dude.
Nah, I get what you're saying, though, but, like, I'm not self-reliant at all. I mean, like, I can get everything done myself, but will I get it done efficiently? And, like, that's...
And effectively.
And that's where you start paying people, right? So, like, anybody can send out... They can do their own PR runs. They can make sure all of this stuff is paid for, or make sure they're doing it. But, again, like, you're taking time away from the art side of it, right? So, at some point, you got to start investing into other people to help you move forward while you focus on the creative side. And like,
so would you sign a label deal if like someone offered a fat one to you?
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Cut that check, cousin.
Yo, cut the check. And the reason why I would do it, I can explain to you, is because I know that I'm very self-sufficient, and I know that I have people around me that's self-sufficient. And what I mean by that is, like, again, I know producers. I produce myself. My brother produces. Like, he's one of the best producers in this fucking state in my eyes.
What's his name?
Ted Boyd.
Oh, word. Okay. you guys are brothers.
That's my blood brother.
Wait, so different last names though?
Nah. So
who has the stage name?
Both of us.
You guys are crazy, bro.
So, yeah, and that was all done intentionally. But, yeah, like, again, I have these resources. I know that I can get my project mixed for a lot cheaper than the average person. It's about having those resources. So if the label throw the bag, yeah, we'll figure it out. Keep it mad frugal. Mad frugal.
Is there anyone you'd want to sign with?
Nah, I don't have anybody specific that I would sign to. It's more so about, I know who I wouldn't, though, and I'm not going to put those names out there either, but I know who I wouldn't because of their reputation of how they handled artists.
Mm-hmm. Question.
Mm-hmm.
When you enjoying this far? How am I doing?
No,
okay?
You're doing amazing, bro. I feel like I gave some great answers, so I'm good.
Well, I've been learning a lot, man.
I'm learning a lot, too.
Well, I want to be, like, totally, it's growing, but I want to totally grow my own thing out of Boston and be prevalent. So there's a lot of shit I can learn from you, you know?
I'm here. I'm learning from you, bro. Like, trust me. You think I'm not, or this is not just, I feel like I'm interviewing you at the same time. I'm learning stuff about you, your thoughts, and how you go about things. So, it's a give and take.
Where does work play into all this? Because, dude, I work like a fucking lunatic. You feel me? Like, I work 16, 17-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
Seem like you keep a wicked productive day.
Yeah. Shout out to a lot of weed. No, sir. I think
shout out to the Booth Pack.
I think that you have to figure out how to focus on the things that are gonna push you the furthest, the fastest.
Where does your personal relationships lie in that, though?
What do you mean?
I don't, like, for instance, I don't go out, right? Like a psycho.
I go out, bro.
Like, you booze a little bit?
Nah, I don't drink. I'm not really a drinker, bro. But the thing is, like, that's one thing I told myself I was gonna work on this year, bro. I'll be dead honest. Like, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, was to just build better with my friends and my family, and just make sure that I'm there more often, bro. Like, so, yeah, my best friend had his birthday. They dragged me out to the club. I don't do clubs, bro. Like, that's not my thing.
Where, like, downtown?
No, we was in Providence, bro. Like, I don't even do clubs like that.
Where'd you go? Ultra?
Bro, we don't even do clubs like that, bro. I ain't even want to get too deep into it, but yeah. Like,
I threw, the Coliseum right there?
Yo, bro.
I threw an event there, bro.
Bro, listen, bro.
You got waxed.
Listen, bro. Like, we went out, and I don't go out like that, but, bro, like, I know that at the end of the day, like, I know what it feels like to appreciate somebody showing up for you, because they all popped up to my crib at my birthday. And, it was a real intimate bunch of homies there. So, like, I just appreciate that. I appreciate people to people stuff. So, I try to make sure I do that for others as well. And like somebody's going through something, I always check in on people now. I text them. If I haven't texted them in like a week or two, I'll just check in. Hey, you good? Everything's good on your end? What's new? Is there anything I can do to help you? It's always my approach. Like anything I can do to help. And like I'm starting to realize that like, yeah, a lot of times people do just need to let you, need you to listen. Most of the time it's just listening. People think that if you ask somebody to help, they're going to ask you to do something strenuous. And 95% of the time, they just need you to listen.
It's just tough, dude. I feel like, especially the way you've grown it, like being entrepreneurial is like a very isolating process. You know, you don't ever feel like, oh shit, let me go devote some time, like go to Province with my homies. But yo, I could be in the studio building.
Well, for me, it's different because I don't make music at night. Because
true.
So like my nighttime.
Make sure you're not hungover.
Yeah, my nighttimes is dedicated to stupid stuff on YouTube. Like I watch a lot of ridiculous stuff on YouTube just to.
Like who?
Like I wanted to find out who. Like the other night, I was trying to find out who's the best whistler in the world. Like
This dude's mad bored.
Yo, it's not even bored, bro. It's like it's just being naturally inquisitive about everything, bro. Like
You trying to get that sample. Got that check, cousin.
It's being naturally inquisitive because like if somebody can do something, then there's somebody that's really good at it, or there's the best at it, right? So if there's an engineer, then somebody's considered one of the best engineers. If there's a basketball player, somebody's considered one of the best basketball players. So randomly, I was like, yo, somebody whistles. Who's the best whistler in the world? Find out there's like a 10-time grand champion whistler.
Where?
I don't even know. He's on Nat Geo. He's not from this country though. I don't remember his name, but like I was like, wow.
We need the collab,
bro. It's some amazing stuff, man. Sometimes being naturally, and that stuff actually leads to me making music too, though. It's just like those accumulative things. Or I watch like some old ass Power Rangers. Like I was playing Power Rangers on the Sega the other day, just trying to just dig back into my childhood. Sometimes you got to dig back to find out some stuff too.
You big N64?
That was my favorite console.
For sure.
My favorite. It wasn't even close. That was my favorite console.
What game did you play?
GoldenEye. We played that so much. We played Smash. We played Mario Kart. I had the Donkey Kong 64.
Bro, you ever play Ocarina of Time?
Absolutely, bro. I'm a huge Zelda fan, bro. Like I'm
dope.
Bro, I had the gold.
You played Wind Waker?
Yeah, bro.
Amazing,
bro.
dude.
You played the Breath of Wild?
I haven't yet.
Bro,
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, bro. So yeah,
You
like,
big video games?
Yeah, bro. Heavy.
Like, do you ever play Skyrim?
Yes, bro. So like I'm a role player game. Like I love like JRPGs, bro. So like that's my thing. People don't know that about me, but like yeah, I play a lot of like RPG games. I've been playing Persona 5.
What's that on?
PS4 for sure. Hopefully they put it on the Switch. When they do, like I'll just transfer straight to the Switch. But like right now it's on the PS4. But that game is incredible. Soundtrack, the concept of it is like I just think anime is better than regular TV because they figured out a way to merge fantasy and then creativity at the same time in a way that nobody else has.
Dude, people don't understand. They think these dudes are geeks. These dudes making video games are hyper geniuses.
Absolutely.
They're literally creating like a 200-hour movie that you can play. It's insane, dude.
Exactly.
Like Skyrim.
It's amazing, bro.
It's literally like its own world,
It's
dude.
amazing.
Did you beat it?
No.
Bro, what are you doing?
Yo, listen, bro. Like,
You're sleeping.
I play games in waves, bro. It's mad weird. Sometimes I'll play them for a really long time, and sometimes I'll just exit them. Like I beat the new Final Fantasy. It was way too quick for me. Like it was so short.
Kingdom Hearts?
I haven't played it yet. I have it though. But
I heard Kingdom Hearts fans weren't too satisfied.
I believe it.
It's just because it's a real commercial franchise.
I believe it. I mean, best thing to do is to go get the little 2-disc joint with the 1 and 2 on it and just play those.
1 is dope.
Yeah, I got that at the crib too, bro. Like so, like that's just stuff. Small stuff like that is important to me. But I do play games. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I'm a huge just like games where you have to grow throughout the whole journey. Like I like growing throughout the journey. I don't want to be able to just like it's cool to jump on and just shoot them up, but like I also like to grow with my character. So
yeah, so you like 2K, like a My Player?
Yeah, I was on that heavy. I'm a 93. Holla at me.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't want that work. I don't want that work out here.
Is the player's name Latrell James?
Nah.
Don't lie to me, bro.
Nah, his name is like TJ Alman or something like that. Yeah, I love making up random names for my players, bro. Like,
bro, mad people. I think it's so weird sometimes if people make a My Player with their name and they get mad obsessive over it. I think it's like the weirdest thing.
Weird. Nah, bro, for me, I'm not.
It's like, yo, bro, work out your jumper, dude. Keep going.
That's not for me, bro. I always got random names, bro. So
TJ Allman, is he a baller?
Yeah, I'm a slashing point guard, bro. I'm lighting the league up.
What were you
bro.
drafted?
I don't even remember. remember, bro. It's been a while, bro. Yo, I haven't played 2K, bro, in like 3 months, and I'm a 93. My brother was going hard. Like, he's like a 95, I think. He's going hard.
Have you ever thought of twitching, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like that would be a sick lane for you.
Eventually, yeah. We're going to set that up real soon, yeah. Like, again, like, people just don't know, like, I play these video games, and, like, I think it'll be fun just to show people, like, what I do.
Also, on a little brand building exercise, dude. Imagine like Latrell James, the nasty 2K player, and people are just checking in with you at night.
I don't want that like that. I just want them to know I'm a cool guy. I don't want that extra pressure of being elite at anything but music.
The game is nasty at Madden. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about that.
He's like dirty, dude.
I've heard he's good. I don't know if he's that good, bro. Me and my brother are really good at Madden too. We actually had to stop playing. We was really like fantastic.
You were obsessive?
Yeah, we was fantastic. Like, we would literally make beats together, and then once we make beats, we'll just play Madden, and we'll just keep going back and forth. Like, we've had some dog fights, some real dog fights.
You
like,
play with the Pats ever?
No, never play with the Pats.
It's a curse, bro. You can't do all that.
And they OP low key. Like, they got way too much like just good players, bro. Like, there's never like they had Gronk for the last 10 years, bro. Like,
but not anymore, bro. It's just devastating.
They'll be fine, bro.
They'll be great. They'll be amazing.
I mean,
dude.
let's not forget there was 3 Super Bowls before he.
We're
got here.
OD spoiled.
Exactly. There was 3 before Grunt got here, so like I'm not stressing over that.
I know. Brady's gonna play till he's 70.
I hope not. I don't want to see that man cracked up on the field, man.
But he hasn't really gotten that hurt, bro. He had the knee.
The one knee.
That was 10 years ago, bro.
That's crazy.
Or maybe 12, 2008.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Damn, bro.
Nah, he's great, bro. That's the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. It's not even close.
You're kind of branding him right now. I like it. Very political. I've been trying to do the same. It's tough, dude. Have you ever felt like I feel like there's so much more gain in just like refraining. You feel the same way? There is, dude. You've had to nurture it?
Yeah.
It's tough, dude. It's human to like feel certain ways about things.
Nah, I mean, the one thing I do know is like you gotta separate your emotional side from certain stuff too.
From the business.
Yeah, so like you can just don't be reactive. I always tell people, take a minute to think before you say something, or like think while you're listening. So like Brady's Brady. I still think he's the greatest quarterback ever to play the game. So.
He's also a marketing genius.
Yeah, shout out to the men running his social medias as of lately because they've been crushing.
I think it's there's do you know Sean Milliken from For Boston?
Yeah.
So the videographer he worked with did all the Tom vs. Time stuff. I think one of his name. That was a beautiful documentary.
It really was, bro. Only thing bad about that is we took the L in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was tough. It was so close.
We were right back though.
Got the dub the next year, bro.
Right back. It ain't even a thing, bro. That's culture here, bro. We swept the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday.
Oh, so you follow all the sports.
Celtics swept the Pacers. Bruins won. We're going to Game 7. Absolutely. It's Boston. I love it.
So were you pumped when you had the extension first, but when Stiz got the Gain Green, or what was it, Bleed Green?
Oh, yeah.
Were you like, yo,
the cool thing
fire.
about that is the homie. So I know multiple people that's involved in that. So Luke and Ricky were involved in the beginning. I think the opening day, and then Stashed Away from Randolph too. He produced one of the commercials too. So I've been hearing that all year. It's super cool to like have peers. Like they're not just homies. Those are my peers now, right? So like they're doing stuff. Like they're working with agencies. I think Lolo from Brockton had one too at one point.
Lolo.
So a lot of folks.
He's been up here.
Hey, yeah, Lolo, great guy. I was just with Lolo a couple of days ago. But yeah, like I think it's just super cool to see other people like starting to delve into that licensing space. Like there's no hate at all, but it was amazing like to see Stiz be the voice of the city for the Celtics for the rest of the year. That's freaking awesome, man. Like who would have thought that music would allow him to cross over to the National Basketball
I feel like they're doing
Association.
more of that. Well, you did it also, though, is what I'm saying. I feel like there's more connection. I have this crazy idea in my positive mind that all these major Boston brands are going to start connecting with all the artists. I think it's going to be so fire, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. Firstly, hip-hop is the most important genre and most consumed genre in music in the world. So, like, it only makes sense that all these brands start associating with it, right? Like, that's why you get every year 2K comes out, we have a hip-hop artist curating the goddamn playlist. We had Jay-Z, we had Travis, we had... who else did one that was pretty crazy? I can't even remember.
Well, Forever was on like 2K10.
Pharrell did one that was absolutely beautiful. So like,
I bet Lemon was on it, right? I pull up with a lemon.
Of course. So like, but But stuff like that is like we're starting to see hip hop's involved in everything, top to bottom. Chance is in a Kit Kat commercial. He's also doing
Latrell's in a Cheerios commercial.
That's
hell
true.
yeah, brother.
He's also doing Tequila 1800. So like, yo, hip hop is needed in every form and space. So like, it's beautiful. If you make hip hop music or you produce it at this moment, just see if somebody needs you because they do.
Yo, on the Cheerios tip, how fire was that?
It was really cool.
Dude, I had no clue it was you, and then I was like, yo, what the fuck, dude? What's good goes around, comes around.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, bro.
It was cool for the fact that my parents and, just like, they can see something that I was working on actually come to fruition.
Took a while, right?
Nah, which is scary. It really was like recording, re-recording TV in like a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like once they were dead set on me being that person for it, it went from, which was like a process too. Like, don't get it twisted. It probably took me like 2 months of like recording, but once it was definite, it went from what I did to recording it again to it being on TV in like a month span. So it was pretty crazy,
bro. So dope.
But the positive is just like being able to show my parents like I can make money through music. Like, it's not unrealistic to eat through music. So my grandmother hearing it was super cool too. I got a nephew too, so he knows the song.
They all eat Cheerios?
Most of them.
Not next to that Honey Nut Cheerios though.
That's top 5.
But Honey Nut Cheerios, bro, I gotta keep it a buck. Shout out to Cheerios. Shout out to Latrell sponsors. But dude, I was allergic to nuts growing up, but I outgrew it. And there's an advisory on it that says may contain traces of nuts.
I didn't know that. See,
so it's like Cheerios, bro. Are you serious?
They may have something that combats that. I'm pretty sure they probably got a product that doesn't have
regular Cheerios doesn't.
Oh, okay, cool. So I mean,
shout out to the sponsor.
Dang, man, we were big business partners, bro. No sponsorship. That was a business partnership that happened. Nothing more, nothing less.
So did you, if you could work with like a major brand now, who would you want to work with?
Stance socks.
What is it?
Socks.
Stance, like
Stance.
STANCE.
Yeah, Stance socks. Like, I'm a huge socks aficionado, bro. You see me right now, I'm shining.
You got some joints on.
Yeah.
What are those, wool?
They're Stance socks.
Okay.
Yo,
Shout out to Stance.
I'm huge on their socks, man, and I got some really cool ideas that I would love to.
I'm gonna cut you up with this clip, and you can send it to them. Like, yo, I'm giving you guys love, man.
I just got some ideas, man. I'm like, people be like, yo, Latrell, why are you so crazy over socks? I really like socks for some reason.
It's a dope thing to accessorize.
Yeah, so like, yeah, hopefully I can do something with Stance soon. If not Stance, what do I really like? I really always wanted to get into like the video game world of some sort of like composing for them. So
fire.
Yeah, one or the other.
Oh, I could totally see that.
Yeah, I would love that, bro.
I wonder if there's gonna be a rap video game soon.
There was like
Bulletproof, 50 Cent.
We had Parappa the Rapper, right? That was like
what was it called?
Game. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to mess his name up, but Parappa the Rapper. All my homies would know. All the homies would know for sure.
Parappa?
Yeah, it was like a video game. Like, it was kind of classic, bro.
I know. Imagine if we had just like a Boston hip hop bit.
Parappa the Rapper, bro. It's a real situation, bro.
Oh, I thought this was new.
Nah, this is old.
It's like 2001, bro.
Yeah, it's old, but there was definitely a game.
What was the storyline like? Make the biggest hit?
Nah, that game was nah. But all in all, man, like, I just would like to get into like composing for something, bro. There's a lot of relationships to build there. Like, again, 21 Savage, the music was on the Mortal Kombat commercial. Fire. So like, there's openings for it now.
I could see totally finessing something like that, dude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to finesse it so I can buy some more stuff for myself, some more property, hopefully.
Some real estate. That's what I want to do too.
Yeah, just reinvest.
Especially Boston real estate, bro.
It's a gold mine.
See ya.
It's a gold mine, man. They knocked down all those places and right next to the studio that I rehearse at. The Sound Museum. They literally cleared all those houses for that New Balance building that they put up where the Celtics work out at now.
Oh, word. Yeah, I was going to say, bro, if I could work with one brand in the city, it'd totally be New Balance.
Oh, right? Yeah, I love their shoes, too, by the way. Yo, like,
me and Latrell could do a collab, bro.
Yeah, New Balance, yo, holla at the people.
Got the check.
Holla at you. I mean, they did the Drew from Bodega. He just dropped his New Balance.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, bro, those joints sold out. I was mad I couldn't get up here, but yeah.
They were clean? Fresh.
I'm hurt.
Why, you big in the sneaks? You go to, what is it, Concepts?
Yo, bro, I'm big into sneakers, but like I'm just big into stuff that I like. So like I just hate when like a release that I really like is super exclusive. That just makes my life miserable, bro.
The lobsters.
Nah, I can actually get the lobsters. My homie's trying. He got a pair of
trying to flip
lobsters.
'em?
If somebody need a size 10 pair of lobsters, holla at me.
Whoa. So, question. So you're 29, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel an ageism in music?
Nah.
I was gonna say it doesn't even seem like it ever bothers you.
Because it doesn't exist in reality, bro. Like, look at people like 2 Chainz. Look at people like Sir, who signed to TDE. He's what, 32, and he was working at
What about
Guitar Center.
Anderson .Paak, bro?
Anderson .Paak. Like really think of these people like Danny Brown. Like all of these people is like, yo, your time is when your time is. I think everybody's so forced on like making their time happen sooner that they end up missing their time. So like, yo, your time will come, and when it comes, just make sure you're prepared for it. Like, and in the meantime, build your business, build everything, build all your other aspects of your business. So when people do approach you, you got other businesses that you can parlay and
Foundation.
and you can leverage in certain situations. Like, make sure your social numbers is right. Make sure your Spotify streaming numbers is right. That's all leverage when it comes to you getting some financial backing.
So where?
Trash can't just open.
I told you, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's just nuts.
We're living in the simulation, man. So where do you want to take it? Like, honestly, like just in like your full honesty, like where would you be like, yo, bro, in a year, like, yo, bro, I'm happy that I grew to this point.
Dude, I tell people all the time, man, I'm trying to be like Big Crit, bro. Crit is my level of success that I want, bro. Great producer, great rapper, can tour, solid fan base. Right there, I'm straight, bro. I don't need more than that, bro. Like, the way he moves, he's able to move in any room he wants.
How far away are you from that?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't even know how far away he is, actually. Because, like, people, like, the more you do and the more you gain, more people become accessible to you, right? But then you start to realize, like, what separates you? Is it the financial things that separate you? Or, like, that's what I've been trying to figure out.
I think it's the mindset.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to really understand a lot more. Like, it's not just finances that separate you. It's like how they approach your stuff. Like, okay, they know what they do. Like Freddie Gibbs, he knows what he is, bro. Like, once you know what you are, you can really do whatever you want. And like, I found out who I am, and now it's just like, all right, cool. I'm about to leverage it on everybody now. And you never know who you're gonna be, so don't force it.
There it was again.
I seen it. You just never know who you're gonna be. Like, don't try to force the becoming of you. Like, don't rush it. Like, when you figure it out, you'll figure it out.
I know, bro. I kind of just feel like you're going to just go do some crazy shit, though, and I'm excited to see it happen.
Man, I'm excited, man. Life is interesting right now.
Life's a blast, bro. Going crazy. So, where do you think the city is headed? And I have my own theory on.
Let me hear your perspective.
Entertainment.
First.
I think it's going to be huge in 2 years.
2?
And I don't know if that's something you were saying back in 2015, and I might just be delusional that, like, yo, in 2 years is going to be crazy.
Nah, I don't think we ever said 2. I knew we said 5 for sure.
But it's just like, don't you think it's inevitable that the city starts like they do with sports teams? Like, you have the sports teams just as a camaraderie sense in the city. It's just going to be like, okay, see ya.
I don't know, because...
And then you're gonna be one of the Godfathers, and we're gonna be like, da da da.
I don't even want to be that, bro. I would rather be the person that owns the festival that happens.
Business.
I don't want to rap forever. That's crazy. But nah, I do think that it's weird here, bro. Like, it's not Chicago where we don't have, like, Chicago actually supports their arts, right? And
you mean like the city itself?
The city of Chicago actually, like.
I see more of it happening here, though. You don't? Not enough.
I mean, like, there's a few opportunities here, but, like, again, like, the growth of upcoming artists isn't a priority here to the city.
You think it should be?
Absolutely, bro, because, like, people don't think about how much revenue that actually brings back to their city and, like, how much other things that can potentially happen. Like, again, like, Toronto's probably never going to host the All-Star game unless Drake was that successful, right? Like, Drake's success had something to do with Toronto also getting the All-Star game, right? So, like, you have to think how much money he brought to Toronto just by doing that, right? So, like, we have to start thinking that, and not just on that big of a scale, but thinking about, all right, cool, if we get 4 to 5 artists here that are on this certain level, we can throw a festival every year here.
I get what you're saying. A lot of people are pissed about the Boston Calling. I get it. Makes sense.
I'm not even mad at it. I mean, at the end of the day, those people pick who they want to pick, and I got friends up there. Shout out to Sydney Gish. So, like,
I think they should
book more hip hop acts here, but, like, that's not their priority. Their
priority
is to sell tickets.
I think that artists have to take that as like an incentive. Like, okay, you have a place to work for now. So get on that, man. You feel me?
But once you get there too, like, I think the mentality is like, people got to remember too. It's like, once you get there, like, you got to also think beyond that, because you can perform on that stage and that'll be it for you too. Like, if that's where you want to, that's where your peak is. Like, you got to look beyond the peak. So like, Boston College is a milestone, but it's also just a stepping stone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sorry for the jokes early this morning, bro. Forgive me.
No, bro. I've learned a ton, man. It's been great.
But Boston College is super dope, man. I just really hope that they they plug more locals on it.
I hope Latrell gets on it. That'd be fire.
If so, it'll be a blessing.
I'll be there, bro.
If not, it's not going to impede anything that we're doing. So like, that's the thing. Don't let something be so important to you that it impedes your progress.
So, how important have attachments been, do you think, to the growth of your career? Because you've had a couple big ones.
What do you mean?
It was a term I heard here, because there are a couple artists out of here who are starting to, like, you know, get on jamming and, like, stuff like that. Attachments to, like, bigger companies. There's John right there.
Now we definitely talked before.
You've seen him before?
Yeah, now we talked like a few minutes ago, right before you.
Oh, you didn't know it was him?
No, we did. And she's like, "Yo, you should come by in like an hour." I was like, "All right, I'll talk to you."
Word, fire.
So we're good.
Well, we can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pumped, bro. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I want to work with Latrell for a grip."
But what do you mean by that?
Attachments?
Yeah.
Like, you have attachments. Like, you're attached to Cheerios brand. You're attached to the Celtics. You're attached to throwing shows in New Hampshire and Southern Mass.
I don't know if I'm attached to it. I think I'm just like trying to shine light on how you can do things as an independent artist on a major scale. Like, as a major artist, like, these are opportunities that major people get, but like, you can do those things yourself. Like, the difference is just relationship building and actually like not being afraid to hear no. Like, a lot of times you're gonna hear no way more than you hear yes as an artist, as an entrepreneur. But like, when you get those yeses, you take advantage of those opportunities, and that's all I've done. Like, there's been nothing more. Like, if people knew how hard I actually worked on the commercial when I was going to shows and I turned around in the car to re-record some vocals like last minute, like, and I was late to the show for that. But like, I knew that like, yo, opportunities only come once in a lifetime, so you have to like capitalize on them. So like, somebody asked me to do something, I go full above and beyond every time. Like,
let's go.
Every time, because like, I don't care. It could be 5 people in the audience. I'm gonna be pouring sweat because like, yo, I owe that to them.
This Geechee.
Hey,
haven't seen him in a while.
I owe that.
I get what you. I get it. I think a lot of that I've also learned. Persistence is just it. You acquire it gradually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I reference back to when I was like 19 or 20, like, all the L's have made me the psycho. Don't you feel the way?
Absolutely.
So you're never pissed. Like, you know what, motherfucker, you remember when you ducked me on the show, blah, blah, blah.
I used to be. But again, like, yo, harboring anger only, like, it only contradicts your productivity. Like, because you spend so much time being mad at something when you could be actually just working on you. So like, I'm when I see somebody get a great show or I see somebody get a win, I'm just gonna celebrate that with them, because like, yo, again, somebody's win is good for everybody else here. For
sure. But what's most interesting to me is that like, you just feel like you feel like you've abolished some of the ego, which is like dope. I'm just trying to learn how to navigate it myself. Man.
I know I'm nice, bro. So like, there's a difference.
But
people don't understand is like,
there's a difference between confidence and ego.
I can rap really well. I know I can produce really well, but like, what else?
I feel you.
That's really it. Like, that doesn't, like, those things don't make me who I am, right? Like, the things that make me who I am is when I pull up to the studio and we have a great conversation, or maybe we just pull up and have tea somewhere. Like, I'm one of those people, bro. Like, I'll be like, yo, let's just get up and let's go get tea somewhere and just talk. Like, I'm not the person to always be like, yo, we gotta do this in the studio. Like, nah, I believe in personal relationships. I got a lot of personal relationships with people. I spend a lot of my time reaching out and talking to people, and if I didn't work in the morning, like, if I didn't do my music in the morning, I would be so consumed with like talking to people, because like, that's where my music comes from. It comes from their experiences, it comes from me experiencing their experiences through words. So like, that's the most important thing to me, is the relationships, how you talk to people, what they say about you when you're not around.
Okay. So
I'm there.
So listen, I had some notes. I want to make sure I hit on everything.
Absolutely, bro.
Let's find it.
It's been some great questions, by the way, bro. I've been really enjoying these answers.
Thanks, man. We'll do another one in 6 months when you're a mega star.
Man, I ain't trying to be that big, bro. I want to be able to go to the mall.
I saw the. Oh yeah, So I look up interviews sometimes for it, and I saw the one Van Giles. That was funny because Giles come up here.
Oh yeah.
Giles is classic on Twitter, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Hot take Giles. That's my guy.
So have you started to notice Brockton kind of grow? It's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived out there, bro. So like, I've been out there from its like. I mean, I don't know if I was involved in like the beginning of any of it. Like, I just knew that when I moved to Brockton that I wanted to help people. Right.
Sound Labs is open now or no?
It is, but it's in a different location. But like, everybody doesn't work out of there the same way they used to.
It used to be like a hotbed, kind of, right?
Yeah, bro. Everybody was there. Like me, Jess, and the folks over at the Sound Lab, we put together an event called Speak Your Truth, in which people used to come in and they would perform a song, and then people would give their honest feedback from their peers and people that were on the panel. And then we also created this thing called It's a Secret. And it was a showcase where we basically unveiled the artist the day before, and people at the RSVP ahead of time. So like, and you know, it was really cool, man. I got my boy Kari from Providence to come out for one show, and people were hyped for that. And like, it was just cool, bro. We was growing. We had a bunch of people from Providence come out, build relationships. So like, it's really cool to see like Luke Bars, like he took a opportunity that he seen at the Sound Lab, and he turned that into an opportunity in Providence. So like,
shout out Luke.
So like, that for me, that's way more gratifying than anything in the world, because like, all I can do is bring the people into the room. It's your job to make the relationship and grow it. So seeing people do that now from Brockton is crazy, bro. Like, there's a hotbed of talent there, and it's just gonna keep growing. They're figuring it out really fast.
Okay, I got one more question. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Nah, I ain't really had nothing on my mind lately, bro.
Don't lie to me, bro.
Nah, what was I thinking about? I don't know, bro. I got a project coming out very soon.
Oh yeah, give me your promo, plug.
In the next few months, maybe the next 2, we gonna put out a visual for Track Phone very, 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 very.
Who shot it? We're going to shoot it.
No, it's already shot. Aiden Crowley and Wes Webb. I'm pretty sure I got y'all names right, but they run a production company called Legacy Content.
Out of Mass?
I want to say Mass or New Hampshire. I think they're based in New Hampshire, but they all live in LA now.
Fire.
So like, they're all doing a bunch of different stuff, but the video's really cool. I can't wait to put it out, and it's been good, bro. That's it. I got a lot of music I'm gonna put out for the rest of the year. Like, I got an EP, and then some more music, and then another EP, and some more music,
and then hopefully another Gary V look.
I mean,
that'd be fire.
I mean, shit. Let me get a Jay-Z look.
Whoa.
Let me get that, bro. Like, I don't believe in limitations, man. Gary V is an amazing human being, but again, like, I believe my music could really reach everybody. So that's really my look. I don't need Jay to approve me or anything, but like, again, that's one of my idols. It would always be dope to get acknowledged by your idols.
Okay, you ready for the last question? One, do you think this fan is gonna pick up in the mic?
No.
You don't? Dude, I'm just gonna ask John to mix it, obviously, but
dude, just one gate on it would fucking.
I know, but doesn't the gate usually like cut it?
It makes that weird. But if you technical terms with the attack and release, you can finagle it.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's just like
yeah. That's because the gate is like hitting.
It's too high.
Attack hits really fast, and then it releases really fast too. So it just
word.
You just get hit. John's a genius, man. Come on, he got you.
So listen, there was this time in that interview where you said that you just like had a certain distaste for teachers, and bro, I feel you. You know, I surprisingly was one of the, based on grades, probably one of the worst marketing students. Which is, you know what I'm saying? Stupid, bro. I sold at the Middle East, sold 500 tickets,
That's
bro.
amazing, bro.
But like, do you still feel that way about like formal education? Nah,
I changed my perspective of it, and the reason why is again, I talked at my high school 2 weeks ago for career day.
Where'd you go?
New Mission High School.
Whoa, no bullshit.
In Roxbury. When it was in Roxbury, it's in Hyde Park now.
Yeah, they switched it around.
But yeah, I went to go talk there, and I didn't realize like your impact, like a teacher's impact on somebody, right? So like beyond the educational side of it, right? So like one of my teachers, she taught me a very valuable lesson in life. She damn near failed me because I didn't want to do like this children's book about natural selection, Darwinism, right? So
And you were just on some fuck school type attitude.
yeah, I was like, yo, I gotta make a children's book if I could tell you exactly what it is, right?
I feel you,
So
bro.
so she gave me the F on it. But what I learned from that specific moment is sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do the things that you want to do. So me figuring that out in high school, that's literally how I got to where I'm at now. It's like I literally have that mind state now. It's like I might not want to do this. Like I didn't want to do the Cheerios commercial. Like I want to focus on my music at the time. Like I was working on my own project at the time. But I was like, you know what? I should focus on this so I can do some other things that I really want to do in the future because financially it allowed me to do that. So like her showing me that, you know.
But isn't that just all like hindsight? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just life, bro.
Yeah, but I learned that at that specific moment. Like it wasn't even a hindsight moment. Like it was really like, wow, this really affected me now. Like, and I have to take this skill and implement it to everything that I do now. And I always do that. So when I got back up there to talk about it, it's funny. First thing she mentioned to her students was that whole situation. I was dying.
Oh, she was still there.
Yeah, she's still there.
Oh, word. Okay, and you guys are straight.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a sense of like you were talking about like, yo, teachers, they're trying to teach you, but they're some of the least financially sound people. And it's not even shitting because I understand my sister works with teachers, but it's like, shouldn't they be teaching like how to sell, how to personally sell, how to work a business deal, how to do taxes? So
firstly, the United States got to get it together because teachers should get paid way more than what they get paid. That's absolutely ludicrous because
these are the individuals that are morphing young minds.
Exactly, and they're technically, with all respect, like they're technically your parent for a certain amount of time because you spend a lot more time at school than you do with your own parents at times. Like, and that's the craziest thing about it. Like your parents don't see you during your peak hours. They see you once you're drained out after homework. You eat dinner and then it's damn near time to go to bed. So like in reality, your teachers are really like your support system. So like they should get paid way more than what they do. And I firmly believe that. But again, like I do think that teachers, I think that education should be adjusted because there's a lot of things that people should learn. Like the internet is a super important thing, right?
Every kid that's leaving with a marketing degree should know how to edit a video.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Every kid that, if you're going into marketing, you should know how to work Google AdSense. You should know how to do promos on Facebook, YouTube, any of those things.
Effective promos on Instagram.
Exactly. You should know that should be part of the package, right? So like, I do think that those things should be taught today in other schools, like in high school, like in middle school, like because basically you can make these jobs now because companies need it. Like companies before didn't realize that they're starting to realize now that they need social media, right? So who's going to run their social media for them when you're 45 years old and never use social media in your life?
Dead ass.
You have to go hire somebody to do that. So like,
it's going to be a kid.
100% because they know what they already on it. They're on it every day. They're experimenting with every day, and then they're learning with it. So if you prepare them with the tools prior to that, instead of always thinking that the college education is where you fully develop your sense, everything will be easier. We'll have way more prepared people going out of high school and coming out of college if we did it that way.
In their defense, also, again, no shade to teachers because you guys are actually doing tough work.
100%.
In their defense, especially marketing professors in college, they probably are like, fuck, man, I worked my whole life, then the internet came, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Now I'm just not an expert in something I didn't grow up on.
Yeah, I firmly believe that the marketing geniuses are the ones that are within the music industry or in certain parts. Like you look at somebody like Tierra Whack's rollout where she puts out a whole project of 1-minute songs and they land on all types of playlists and they all got their own individual videos on Instagram. Like that's somebody's marketing genius and thinking of that. Like it's not the professors that got it locked in. Like it's them.
It's the practitioners.
Yeah, bro. They're those are the geniuses. It's the free thinkers, man. Like free thinking and then it's traditional thinking.
There was I talked about it with someone else, but I read something where like Little Pump's rollout was they had like in-house meme creators.
Absolutely.
And it fucking boosted his career.
Absolutely.
That's wild, effective marketing, and it's like having a really good pulse on the market. Mm-hmm. Like kids love this shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's artists using like the meme accounts to run their music through with millions of subscribers on it, millions of followers. There's people using like just traditional gifts and stuff that to boost them or they make gifts of themselves or a certain moment. Like think about Hotline Bling. It was the most memeable video
amazing
at the
song.
time, right? But the memes took it to the next roof, like to the next level. So like it's just marketing, man. Everything comes down to marketing and how you put it together and how you roll it out and how people look at it. So I mean, sheesh, marketing teachers, they need to let some teenagers run that, because
Or they need to cut Latrell that check.
man, cut everybody that check, because we all need it. Y'all getting paid way too much at these high learning institutions. We need that bread. Pay us more too, straight up.
That's a fact. Except money doesn't matter for happiness.
Nah, it never has, bro. Money, man,
There's a lot going on, bro.
Nah, truthfully, listen, pay me more so I can enjoy it more now, right? But once you pass, you can't do much with it, right, bro? Like, I'm not here to. You're here to enjoy your time, bro. Your time could be tomorrow, 30 years from now, but like the amount of money you spend over your lifetime is not gonna, or how much you made is not gonna dictate your happiness.
Would you have kids?
Nah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's easy because we don't have kids, bro.
I mean, I'm not even thinking about that, bro.
Nor
like,
am I.
My mind state is like, I don't wanna bring anybody into the world yet unless I'm able to really help them or actually teach them too, bro. Like, I feel like I don't know enough to teach, and maybe I'll learn everything I need to learn from that child. But right now, I just don't feel like I'm prepared enough to teach.
Yeah, and like you got to go catch some wins, bro, without having another mindset. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, but some people, having a child, bro, that kicks them into next gear, bro, and they be like on it. I understand the limitations.
That's a risk, though, you know.
I understand the limitations of like traveling and financials, but like sometimes it takes people to the next level, and they be like, I got to get it because it's somebody else dependent on me besides me.
Fire. Hey, listen. So we got to end the episode because they're gonna kick me out. But one. I got a gift for you over there.
Oh, word.
But hey, it's free.
Hey, free's good, bro. Free's good as long as it's marketed.
It's fire. It's beautiful garment.
I seen a few people with the green joints you had.
Low.
You see?
The vest, right?
See, I don't forget.
A little marking, huh, man?
I
a little smarter than they think.
I was at somebody's studio. I seen a sweater sitting on the table. I was like, whoa.
I was like, whoa, you better pick that up and iron that.
He's taking care of his business.
So this is how we start in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
You say hi,
yeah,
your name, and this is my golden hour. Directly after no break, hi, your name, and that was my golden hour.
Wait, you said, hi, my name's Latrell James, and this is my golden hour. And what was the second half?
Hi, I'm Latrell James, and that was my golden hour.
Oh, you're good. You want me to do those two?
Yeah, but I'd put your sauce on it, bro.
Nah, I'm really chill, bro. I don't do too much.
Hey, before we start, because this is part of the clip I'll use, I think there's a lot that everybody can learn from this because Latrell was extremely both introspective and transparent about how he's been able to totally be entrepreneurial as a musician in Boston.
Yes, sir. You should definitely watch this. It's mad important. I'm talking, so you should definitely watch it. But nah, this is Latrell James here, and this is my golden hour. And this is Latrell James here. That was my golden hour.
Yeah. And I'm going to hit pause on this. I'm going to hit pause on that, and then we're going to go meet Big J.
Yerp.